Oh, it's so good to hear the music divine once again. All I need is to look in your eyes. Viva la musica, say you'll be mine. Woo! Welcome everybody. A3 Show is back. It is July 15th. Yay! We are deep into summer. It's hot, hot, hot out there, so make sure to stay in the shade. Dan is hyped because he's finally got his new chair. The energy. Woo! Go on, don't be shy. Show it off, Dan.
Oh, show that thing. Come on, give us a spin, girl.
Scoot.
Come on.
Scoot to the side.
Yeah, do that thing, 21.
That's it. That's Bacardi's chair, man. What are you? Don't be shy about it. You did it.
That's
right.
Bacardi's chair.
Pass the Bacardi, baby. It's time to party. Welcome, everybody. It's so nice to have you all back here. 2 weeks we've been gone. And as is tradition during our breaks, everything happens. This time, I don't know, the president was attempted to be assassinated.
Literally.
Some people have blamed that on me for going on break. And frankly, at this point, I have a hard time disagreeing.
I really don't know what he said at the end of this.
Although Secret Service and FBI, that's a joke. Zero influence. I doubt that Chud watched our show. He looked like the dude who did it looked like a freaking straight up incel. Registered Republican, by the way. At first, everyone was like, oh no, like, I can't believe this, this is the worst, like some deranged leftist tried to kill Trump, but it turned out, I think he's a Republican.
He's a registered Republican.
Yeah.
You have the morals on that.
So it wasn't us, I don't think. It was one of them, But at any rate, I'll get into that a little bit later. I don't really plan on talking about it that much, but we have so much.
We have more world-shattering news than
that. I mean, look, he missed. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Trump's fine. It was, the fact that it only grazed him is just so cosmic.
Incredible plot armor. The plot armor is getting ridiculous in this show.
I know. Like, what are the chances? And then the shot he got out of it, the photo op with the bloody ear and the hand and the American flag. When I was like, oh,
yeah,
it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Sadly, it was very fabulous.
I don't know.
You don't think it's over after that?
If the election was this week, it'd be over. But this country has the memory of a goldfish. In 2 weeks, no one will be talking.
You might be right. Yeah. My initial reaction was like, "Oh, dude, this is GG." But maybe I'll help you right. Because listen, it's terrible tragedy. Political violence is horrific, and I despise it. However, being shot at does not make him suddenly more qualified to be president.
Yeah, it doesn't really change the fact that he
doesn't change the calculus.
Yeah.
And as I'm not blaming. Listen, I'm glad he's okay, and I'm glad he missed. But tragically, also, in my opinion, the most tragic part about it is that some random fucking dude got killed.
Yeah.
Who was just sitting there, man.
Do I get electrocuted?
Yeah. That's really sad. I mean, it's just
Trump
another.
Seems to have already completely forgotten about.
ContraPoints has the ultimate banger tweet about it.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, I saw that. That was so funny.
Because there's been lots of people. Marco Rubio tweeted out, and this is a sentiment I've seen all over the place. God saved Trump and saved him from that bullet. And ContraPoint said something like, "Oh yeah," and led it right into one of his supporters.
Guided that bullet straight into his supporter.
Yeah. I mean, it's just it's another long line of gun violence at mass gatherings.
I really don't know what he said at the end of this.
This is Marco Rubio said, God protected President Trump. Natalie, God bless her, said, yeah, the Lord guided that bullet right into one of his supporters, which is such a good tweet. It is so good. I had family members who don't even know who she is were talking about this tweet to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I said, she's my friend. I know her. She's been on my show. She's great. So, anyway, Thank you to GamerSups. Did I say that? Thank you for sponsoring us. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. Obviously, we did the live show, which was a huge hit. Thank you to everyone for being there. 6,000 of you guys. It was so much fun. It went over really well. Probably our smoothest live show.
From a technical standpoint, definitely.
Yeah.
The team that we assembled to handle everything did an amazing job. I was very nervous about it. This was the first live show that I wasn't behind the scenes the entire time, or the majority of the time. And it's a little nerve-wracking to put it in the hands of other people. But we did have Nate back there, which made me feel a lot more secure about it. He did a great job. He was doing all the graphics and all the cues. He did all the sound and everything. And then we had a professional director that we hired to come in, and he was involved in the planning process and helped us in the week leading up to the show. He came to some meetings and kind of got a sense of the show and everything. And what's that?
The director, what was his name?
Oh, Derek.
He was good. I like him.
Yeah, he was great. And yeah, just overall, I was really, really happy with how smoothly it went. It was a huge relief. So,
yeah, it went great.
Thank you.
So,
thank you to the team.
On all, it seemed that everybody there had fun. Everybody who watched at home had fun. We went pretty big on the live production. We actually spent an insane amount of money.
Spent so much money
to live stream it.
It was not cheap, but it is what it is.
There's not much left over.
Yeah,
fortunately, for the game.
We did okay. We did okay.
Yeah,
probably not as much as we maybe hoped, but that's the price you pay to put on a show.
We almost made as much, you guys almost made as much, because you guys get the box office from the Dolby with half as many people.
It was our cut is about the same. Yeah, actually,
it's a little bit more.
It's a little bit more now.
Yeah,
because but
it's double the amount of people.
Right.
The thing is, the bigger the venue, the more you need to spend.
Yeah, and a big thing is that the Dolby, is built for the Oscars, and so it is basically built like a TV studio. So they had a lot of stuff there, including all of the lights, mostly all of the lights. That was the big thing. The Greek does not have any lighting, and so we had to bring all of that in from outside, and we got a stellar lighting team. The lighting director actually works with he does like big stuff. He does America's Got Talent and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so he did an amazing job. I thought the lighting looked great and everything, reviewing it after the fact. And but that was a bad expense.
Also, I heard we spent, just because it's a union a venue, we spent $60,000 on stagehands for one day.
Yeah.
Stagehands.
Well, Stagehands kind of sells it. They lump it all together as Stagehands, but that was also all like the prop people and everything. And which, by the way, specific shout out to the prop people. So anybody that watched the show knows that, we had all these games. And I was very nervous about the fact that because of the union rules, we couldn't have people on our team organizing and doing all of that stuff. We had to use their union prop people. And so they weren't really going to find out about any of the show until a few hours before, when we had to just explain it all to them. And there was like 10 games or something like that, and they all had different props and everything. This woman, we explained it to her once in like a 10-minute conversation, and that shit was perfect. They were so good at their goddamn job.
Well, we rehearsed it before.
Yeah, I mean, they did have a little bit of rehearsal, but it was a very rushed rehearsal. And
but yeah, they did good.
The level of complexity, I was very nervous that something was going to be forgotten, to be brought out, or the wrong thing brought out or whatever. And man, they just they did a fantastic job. So,
props to the prop
people. Big props.
Big props to the proppers. Mm-hmm. Before I move on too fast, there's a Teddy Fresh drop that just came out today. It's July, it's hot, it's summer. Treat yourself to something breezy, something easy, something delightful. Woo! It's beautiful. Oh, we got the phone case back. I love this phone case. Mine, yes. I wore mine.
Wait, I can make it pop up on the screen right now.
Wow.
Oh, you mean the YouTube feature?
Oh my God.
There it goes.
It's right there.
Wow.
I
love this phone case. In fact, I used mine for years until it disintegrated. I need to get a new one. But there's all kinds of fun stuff here. We got bags, we got shirts, we got these, we got that. These jeans are really cool. I
Those
have to
pants,
say.
yeah,
Aren't they
rock.
awesome?
Oh yeah.
I need.
I was like, what? Those are sick. For the ladies. Or is it unisex? It is what it is, people. Pretty sure that's for the ladies. But you guys figure it out. It's none of my business. Ooh, the see-through backpack?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what's up right now. Love that. Let them see what's in it. Apparently that's what you need at festivals now, the see-through one.
Really?
Isn't that a thing?
For security stuff, yeah.
Oh, like concerts too.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Some
see it.
schools.
Ela is saying the phone case is a new one. This is
Oh.
not the one Ethan used to have.
Oh. It's just, okay, new
So
doodad.
new doodads.
Love that.
Doodah day.
I love how darling that bow top is.
Darling.
I have it right
this
here. I'm
one?
gonna wear it Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks really interesting.
one's so
really
cute.
cool. This bag is awesome. Fuzzy knit bag. Hello. Show it off. Oh yes.
That's fun.
Love it.
The jeans are unisex, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Lena. This
Oh, I'm
ba-
wearing that tank actually. The sparkle.
Yeah.
This one? Let's see it.
Right here.
Oh, I can only see. Hi, Sam. I only see Sam on my
Oh.
screen.
Hey, Sam.
Sam's still back home. She is calling in to participate in the show conversation.
If you switch back to
This
Lena,
bag
you
is
can
sick. Actually, Lena, can I get one of these?
Dude.
I
Yeah, of
love the
course.
colors on this.
I was gonna ask for that one too. Now we're gonna
Stop,
have the
love.
same
We gotta
bag.
stop being the same
Again.
bags.
We always, me and Ethan always have the same bag, and it's so confusing.
This one is awesome. Yours is always more full than mine.
Yeah, I
Yours is
packed
like-
mine. I know.
Which is good. That's why you carry a bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got my extra phone and my little passport in there.
People love this. The butterfly print is back. I don't know. It looks a little different. I don't know. We got the necklace. We got the socks. We got the cardigan. We got this shirt. Everybody loves this shirt is back in black and white. Check it out, guys. It's summer. Summer's here. Treat
It's
yourself.
summer.
You know what I mean?
Ooh. Ela said in chat that you can also wear this top as a skirt.
Skirt.
Are you kidding me? To
Oh.
the beach. Done.
You can really wear a top as a skirt.
You could totally wear this as a skirt.
She said the bow
elastic.
you can also wear as a skirt and take off the straps. I guess the straps come off.
Huh.
Yes,
That's
they
sick.
I
do.
didn't know about ladies could do that.
Ladies, they have all
Well,
kinds of
it
tricks.
depends on the
tops
shirt.
and
Ladies,
skirts
they got all
interchangeably?
kinds.
tube tops like this, where it's elasticy. You can put it around your waist
Huh.
too.
That's 2 for 1.
2 for 1 for real.
That. Yeah. Going back to the live show.
Yeah, here, I'm going to throw Sam back up. Because we got to acknowledge Sam's incredible work on the set.
Yeah, it looked
Everybody.
great. I'm pulling it up right now.
You guys.
Mayo for Sam.
Amazing.
I'm pulling it up. There's a few things I want to talk about that happened. Here is our live event as it's about to go live. Let me play this for you guys. The beginning almost ended in tragedy. There's a few moments that I think people thought was a joke. Here comes Zach. Was feeling himself big time. What is that sound?
It's the echo from the Zoom for some reason. We just turned it down.
Zach, you were feeling yourself, right, in this moment?
Hype up the crowd, dog.
This was so sick. It's one of my favorite parts of the show.
This drum was
That drum was.
unbelievably awesome.
I
We
just
were
wanna do
worried
this.
that it was too small, weren't we, at first?
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Dude.
paper for some reason it sounded smaller, but as soon as they rolled it in, it was like, oh shit, this thing's a beast.
It was so loud. Oh, Zach, working it. He's a natural, people.
love how you
this
just-
guy.
He's a
hamming it
natural
up, hamming it
showsman.
up.
You can't just do one.
I was back there waiting. I was like, what is he doing? I trusted you, though. I know you were working it.
Yeah.
This is so fucking sick.
Ooh.
Little Phil Collins there.
Yeah.
I caught that.
Royalty free Phil Collins.
Ugh, I love Peter.
I don't know how we'll do a live show
So-
without this drum.
So the
Slowly rolling out.
the Segway, the big one, was stolen from us.
Yeah.
And so we had access to this little one. And what happens here was not planned. In fact, it was one of my worst nightmares, although I never had imagined that the handle would fall off. I mean, what the fuck was that?
That's so shocking to me.
Good
I
recovery,
used
though.
to.
I thought I was going to die.
You did amazing getting
The
off that
fucking
thing.
handle fell off the damn thing.
How'd that happen? I drove it around for 30
too.
minutes right before the show.
Me too.
What the hell?
Doesn't matter. You stuck it.
I wonder if it fell or something backstage.
Good thing I wasn't near any cliffs.
Yeah.
I've learned this over the years with Ethan. Everything will work right up to the moment that Ethan walks up. He has like a anti-tech aura.
Heck, it's a handle. That's monologue as shit. It's a piece of plastic that fell off the damn thing. I was scared as shit. You guys can see.
You saved that shit.
Things
though.
Good recovery, though. Good recovery.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go straight off the stage at some point.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because I already had one accident where I got pretty badly injured on my leg.
Right.
It's all healed now. So that's happened. But Sam, the set looks fantastic. Well done on that one, eh?
Yeah, that was a lot.
Amazing.
That was a lot.
It was very fun.
Yep. Everyone looked fantastic. We did the helicopter bit was really fun. I'm glad everybody seemed to enjoy that. We have some BTS from it. Me and AB went out a few days before the live show.
Yeah.
To do the helicopter bit. And you did a good job arranging that. It was a bit of a hectic thing to find.
Yeah, we. I think Dan was talking about amping up his traffic reports, and I was like, you should get. And I was like, you should get in a helicopter, and he was like, fuck that. And then I proposed the idea to you, and yeah, we did it. And
I said I'm down to do anything for the show. I'm like, damn.
I was surprised you were down, but yeah, we found that like super
funny.
last minute, and I'm glad it worked out because when we got there, it was super sketchy.
It was tiny.
Yeah.
It was very
It was
small.
a very small copter.
And I mean, I don't like helicopters because, listen, there's no gliding. They fall to the earth like a fucking bag of dirt.
Right.
Which is basically what you'll be turned into once you hit the ground as well. But after a few minutes, it felt fine.
Yeah.
But he's just cruising out over the city. I feel like, how did they...
Yeah.
How's this safe?
I don't know. Especially, I asked him to go over the Greek at one point, and there was like no lights around there, and it was like in between the hillside. Like we were right, you can see the Hollywood sign on the right, and I was a little afraid of that. But besides that,
You thought you were gonna get Kobe Bryant.
I thought, yeah, exactly.
So you can just unrestrictedly fly around a big
That's
city?
what I wonder
That's what-
because we were over the freeway, we were all over, we were in downtown in between the skyscrapers there.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, has no.
That doesn't seem right.
I asked him. I said, well, how do you how do you guys avoid each other in the air? And he said, you just listen on the intercom.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
So what? You're just always being like, hey guys, I'm coming on through the. I'm above
Coming
the Greek.
through. Coming through.
Watch out, Greek,
Everyone's
I'm coming
shouting
out.
that into the intercom.
Yeah.
I like what? Oh well, I couldn't hear because I was on a separate comm. What was he saying? I saw he was talking into the.
Yeah, he did
The
tell them
comms.
that he was approaching somewhere at some point. But it's funny because when you were naming the highways, you were just, doing it for the bit. But he thought you wanted to seriously name the correct highways, and he kept trying to correct you.
Oh, he was talking to me. I couldn't hear him.
But yeah.
But anyway, here's some BTS if you guys are curious about that. Let's take
There'll be a longer version than the actual
That
BTS.
dude, and by the way, first of all, the pilot was a deer. I loved him. But the fucking place was so weird. It was the most rundown building in the whole city. The lobby was the most fucking rundown, crazy ass situation ever.
I got there before you and Hila, maybe 10 minutes before, and I looked around, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, the reviews said it was a good place, but I was like, this place looks so jank.
Well, they were nice. That
Yeah.
pilot was very nice. Look at I don't know what the fuck this is. They had this decorating the We're in a
We are
helicopter.
at,
well, here.
the place where we're all gonna die, and I haven't met the pilot yet, but I was signing the release, and I looked her dead in her fucking eyes, and I said, this says something about that the propeller might stop working, and she's looked at me and she said, yeah, it's just there because of, just liability. Of course, I was kidding. I expected a laugh.
As soon as we drove here and saw the place, Ethan started talking about how it's the most rundown building, and he's like, the whole way he's been saying he hopes we don't die today.
I mean, I hope their helicopters are better maintained than the exterior of the building, man.
This is the lounge. Maybe there'll be coffee.
The lounge.
It's not that bad.
No. There was a
fine.
smell, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It
I
was
can't-
hot as fuck. It was like 100 plus, no AC, not even a window crack.
Well,
I don't think the window's open.
They put all their budget into the helicopters, not into the building.
Well,
you know
Ethan,
what I mean?
Ethan noticed
the money
that
where it matters.
there was a gap between one of the windows and the wall. There was a little hole where we could see straight outside.
It wasn't closed to the elements.
Look at this shit. Like this thing's probably goddamn more equipped to fly than what we're about to get on. Look at this. Final moment before disaster.
Is this at Van Nuys?
Is that it? Just one stick?
I'm not.
I don't remember.
I don't
I don't
remember.
remember what airport.
I think so.
Are they fighting? We're gonna
Yeah,
die.
the helicopter had one stick to pilot it.
Was that? I've never been in a helicopter, but it was like one stick to do it all and to in the darkness bind them. Just one stick and one dream.
I wish I got on camera when we first walked up, and I look at the helicopter and I saw how small it was, and I turn back and look at you, and you're like shaking your head. You're gonna fucking die.
But once it was actually really fun. It's really cool experience just cruising in the air like that. And you have such a good panoramic view of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cool. It is
was
very
cool,
cool.
yeah.
It's no Air Force One. The president has a helicopter, right? What does he call it?
It's called Marine One.
Oh hell yeah!
That's cool.
This ain't no Marine One, baby.
Takeoff was a little scary.
Yeah, it was a little wild. I agree.
I was saying a few years ago this would have been like a make-a-wish for me, in the helicopter with you two.
Yeah. Well, it almost turned into a Make-A-Wish. That engine stopped working. But that's it. That's all we have from the BTS.
It's a preview. You gotta become a member if you want to see the rest.
Oh, for real? Oh, that's a preview.
Sir.
Oh, I was getting into it. I wanted to watch the.
Hey,
You gotta be a member.
Oh, what a tease. Wow. Okay, you got to be a member to watch the rest of it. Wow. Of course, Dan proposed to his longtime girlfriend and Stamps.com superstar, Allie,
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
who we all love. We really do.
It was pointed out to me after the fact by many of the comments that I never actually asked the question.
You didn't?
No, if you watch this,
Oh.
I pull out the ring and she just immediately jumps on me, and I took that as a yes. But no question was actually asked.
Did you
Nobody ever
want
asked
to
this
take this
question.
moment now?
Call her up on Zoom.
Be like,
I was
no.
like, let's formalize
Yes.
this.
No.
No, I corrected that after the fact.
That's
I think on the drive home,
that's
I was like, so you do want to get married, right?
just to be clear, because I didn't ask. Of course she does. Who wouldn't? Look at this guy.
Dressed like a freaking dork in a Kratos costume.
You look jacked, bro.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, she snatched that ring.
How long did you know you were going to do that? Because none of us knew.
I know.
Right.
Ethan knew.
Ethan knew. He was so proud that he kept the secret. The one time he managed to hold it together. Although you did tell Hila, but that's fine.
You gave me permission.
Yeah. Yeah. How long did I know? Well, so her and I had very openly. We're not the type to. We're not that spontaneous. We've very openly discussed getting married for a while now. In fact, we bought the ring together. So she very much knew that it was coming. It was more just a matter of waiting for a good moment to do the formality. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. It was a couple weeks before the live show. I started to like think, it'd be kind of fun to do it there in front of a giant crowd.
Look,
pull
he
around.
did it.
And you were so right. You were so right.
And it worked out.
I'm very happy you shared that moment with everyone. I thought it was everyone was emotional. We were all feeling it.
Yes, and thank you to everybody in the audience. I've been reached out to by so many people, both privately and also just all of the comments and everything. And everybody's just been so outstandingly nice about it. So thank you. Thank you for all the kind words from everybody.
I'm excited for the wedding.
I tried to respond to as many as I could, but what's that?
I'm excited for the wedding.
We're going to a wedding?
Yeah, well, we're going
One
to...
party I'll come to.
Probably, I would like to do it near the end of this year.
Bro, I am so there.
Yeah, we're gonna do a very low-key ceremony. Just do the courthouse thing. We're not too interested in doing like a big opulent
That shit's
wedding ceremony,
lame.
and instead just focus on the party aspect of it and just throw a rager, get all of our friends and family there, and just have a good time.
I love weddings.
Me too.
You know,
They are the
honestly, I do
funnest
too.
events
I always
to
have
go
a
to.
great time going to
Everybody's
friends' weddings.
happy.
Yeah.
Everybody's having fun. Everybody's drinking.
I love you.
It's wonderful. I'm very excited. And I'm very happy for you guys as well. Wow.
Yeah, me too.
Wow, wow, wow. It's truly inspiring. Oh, the other thing we need to talk about is, so, yeah. How do we begin with this one? Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Maybe I should open with the video. Is it timestamped, love?
Huh?
Is the live show timestamped?
Oh, no, it's not.
I can
You're
find
right.
it.
I should do that. I'll do that tonight. Just such a...
Let me find it, because it was... So, as you guys remember, here it is. This was the most watched part, Dan. Was the chair review.
No way, is it really?
Or maybe it's the proposal.
No, it's got to be the proposal.
Yeah, it's the proposal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we've been hyping up this chair for so long, you guys know. Dan escaped the scorpion chair, and he had decided that he wanted Picard's...
the goat himself.
His throne.
Mm-hmm.
The Enterprise throne.
Uh-huh. Enterprise D.
And so we put down $10,000 to build a replica that was meant to be finished on the day of the show, by the day of the show.
That was the hope.
And it was being delivered in. I saw it being rolled in as we were rehearsing. And I said, oh my God. No fucking way. That's what I paid $10,000 for.
Well, to be clear, you didn't, because we did 50% up front, so you paid $5,000.
Okay. Oh my God. I can't believe it's been $5,000.
Yeah. just to get the details right.
I mean, I could buy you like the most premium fucking sitting chair.
Well, that was the idea.
In the world. For like what? Like, how much was the ones that we bought that we all
They're
love?
$1,500.
$1,500.
Uh-huh.
Could buy 3 of them.
1,500.
Anyway, here's the chair. People thought it was a joke. They really did, and it was not a joke. How much was the scorpion chair? Like 7,000? And this one was more.
Like 4 or something?
Oh, this one was 10,000.
You spent $10,000 on the chair?
Is that something? Well, we were considering cutting it when the chair showed up, but
I wanted to cut it. You,
No.
I guess wisely, because it was a funny moment.
it was funny. I mean, it was.
I was
ridiculous.
more. I was too annoyed, so I was not seeing the humor of the situation at the time.
My second favorite part of the show.
Yeah, but Ethan thankfully had a cooler head and was like, "No, this is actually hilarious.
I mean, shit. We gotta
Make
use it for
something
what
out of
it
this."
is.
No, you were absolutely right about
Yeah.
that. You were absolutely right.
As always, thank you for saying that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The biggest waste of 5,000 since Bevo.
I think maybe even a bigger waste than
Yeah.
Vivo, frankly. Although we'll see. I got Dan in it today.
Yeah,
Reluctantly.
against my will.
I'm curious how
There's-
long. How's it comfortable?
Frankly, it's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not uncomfortable.
It has a smell, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So anyway, here's the reveal. Pause, right?
You tell me.
And I mean, looking at the bottom, you already can tell, like, what?
$35,000.
Oh, right. And you, can I point out, though, that you were blowing the bit right there? You kept asking me how much the chair cost. I'm like, you're supposed to be giving this to me as a surprise, Ethan.
He blew it.
Oh, they didn't know it was a chair. Okay, whatever.
He blew it.
That's why I kept saying, you tell me.
We can see the bottom of the damn thing. Not that I knew that. That's how much my fridge costs.
Right.
Dan, are you ready? Woo! Oh, I thought we knew we were revealing the chair, just that we didn't know what it looked like.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh my
That's
God.
it, man. Not only the cost of it, but the time. Look at it before. Months of waiting. Okay. Congratulations.
Oh my.
That shot is so funny.
You know what? It really doesn't do it justice.
Really good, man.
Yeah, it looks way worse.
It looks way worse in person.
That one. Have a seat. Don't be shy. It looks pretty bad. I don't know.
Who made that chair, Dad?
It does look like a nutsack. I see that now.
Shy. I know it's a great honor. You're nervous. You're nervous. It's a great honor.
Yeah, I think people are confused because
Not bad, right?
it's unclear if we're joking
You
or
ever
not.
been in a chair that goes side by side like that? it's loose on the axis.
Where'd you get this? What the hell? I mean, I guess I'm appreciative.
No, I did actually spend $10,000.
Look at that dome glow.
Oh, that
glistening, bro.
reflection, bro. Holy shit.
That's the Bacardi mix. Yeah.
Looks like Ethan's flashlight.
You're right.
Yo, for real.
You're right. The lighting people are really good.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
True.
I'm not even. That's not even.
It looks like a ball sack.
I don't know what.
Should have given me $10,000.
You know, this might be a bigger waste of money than Bevo.
Oh, there you go. Might be.
I could have done 2 Bevos for that fucking chair.
Can't believe it.
Sorry, Dan.
Should have gave Sam
It really was supposed to be good, man.
People saying I thought it was a joke. Well,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
like
know.
kind of 50-50.
I don't know how to emphasize it on the show. I wanted people to understand that it wasn't a joke, but I mean, it's hard to sell that because it just is so bad.
You guys think it's a
It's hard to
joke?
imagine that this is actually what we bought.
Yeah.
But there it is. So I don't know where we go from here, Dan.
Well,
in terms of your chair.
Yeah, in terms of what to do with the chair, I don't know. Maybe this is just maybe this whole pursuit is folly.
It's such a shame, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a while, and it's we were struggling to find anybody that was willing to take the project on. We finally did, and the result we got was not up to spec. If we're doing it in a very diplomatic way. It was not exactly up to spec.
Shit, dude. By the way, did you ever talk to them or not? That hasn't happened yet in terms of response.
No further response has happened. I messaged them just a little before we went live today.
Dan was putting it off because
I didn't want to deal with it on break because I knew it was going to be an uncomfortable conversation, and I don't know. I'm too nice.
You are
too kind.
I thought you were gonna call them, but you dropped a text on them.
Yeah, well, they have been texting me, asking because the whole thing is like, it clearly was not finished and was rushed at the last minute, which is why it was so slapdash. And I had been assured repeatedly that it would be ready on time, no problem. And so after they delivered it, there was some text asking if they could get it back so that they could continue to work on it. But at that point, I think everybody just was kind of the attitude.
Let me finish.
Let's cut our. Let me finish. Let's cut our losses here.
I mean, I thought like, is there any world where if we bring the chair back to the person who made it, that they could upholster it and cover it and put in all the juice and that it actually comes out decently?
I can't. Nope.
That's what I.
I can't
that's what I
say
concluded.
with 100% certainty that they wouldn't be able to recover it. But the point is that they were given this project months ago. So like, I don't remember exactly. It was probably like 4 months ago. They had plenty of time to do this. It was not finished in time. That was what was asked for. So I at that point, whether they could finish it later or not is kind of moot because they missed the deadline. So,
nope.
Right. And I mean, the bottom, the like $80 Office Max bottom portion of the chair
well, that's the least of my, to be honest, that's fine. Like, it's probably good that it can roll, because the real one doesn't.
The rolling
have,
is good, but
the
not
rolling
this,
is good.
not the side, not
you're talking about that part. Yeah.
It's a giveaway that they saved some money on material. I think
that's putting it light.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was that. And Dan, apologies that you're cursed, man. The chair curse is real.
It's the chair curse. The
really
curse is real.
Did you see the subreddit post that I sent that says I think they had the wrong photo?
Let me pull it
wrong
up
reference.
Here it is.
No, I don't think so.
They got the wrong reference. It was the Mabry's burrito. Who sent the Mabry's burrito?
That's good. That's real good.
Maybe it's your chair, AB.
I'm good.
It'd be great if we had a sponsor to do food gags with again.
People are confused about the 10K versus 5K. We offered to pay 10K total for upon delivery, 50% up front. So we've paid $5,000. We will not be paying the other $5,000. So ultimately, it costs $5,000.
Yeah, we spent $5,000.
Yeah. Just to clarify on that point.
Yeah. In the end. So that's all that happened there. All good stuff, all fun stuff. Oh, there was another little mini drama that came out of the live show. And by the way, you can see from the title the main stories today. We'll get to soon, but D'Angelo Wallace made this incredible video about the Cody Tana thing. And I watched it, and I was very impressed with, I love D'Angelo Wallace. He's always delivers. But I thought I knew everything about this situation, but he brought out some new receipts that I was like, oh, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Yes,
you know? And Boogie faked cancer, which was my favorite story over the break.
I never did.
Yes, you.
I never did.
All right, we'll see about that.
I never did.
It sounds like you did, Boogie.
I never did.
It sounds like you said you had cancer when you didn't.
I may have to change my mind.
He can add now to his job application. If you Google my name, you'll see that I'm a pedophile. I beat my girlfriend, and I faked having cancer.
Add it to the dossier.
That's great.
Add it to the resume.
I'll be glad to hand him over.
Sam, you want to say anything? We've got you on the call to discuss the live show. You want to add anything?
What you got, Sam?
I did not make the chair. For those speculating.
Yes.
No,
we made that
just to be
clear.
very clear.
Very clear.
This is not a Sam production.
No disrespect to them, but I did not make the chair.
Full disrespect to them in my assessment. You don't have to go there.
That's your assessment.
Yeah,
that's
my
your
assessment.
No, but it was super fun. So big shout out to Howie, because Howie let me use his studio to build the whole thing. And his team is amazing, and they were just so accommodating, and it was awesome. It was
Howie's
such a
the
fun
best.
experience.
Yeah. We didn't have space in our studio because the set was so big, and we were thinking like, man, we might have to rent a space or something. But I asked Howie, because he has this massive warehouse, like massive.
His building is huge. Yeah.
And I was like, hey, do you mind if we come build some stuff in there for the live show? And he just said, my answer is yes. He's so awesome. Yeah.
He's the best.
He kept putting you in, he kept pulling you into his podcast for gags. Everyone's like, what is Sam doing over there?
Well, so where I was working was right in front of their studio, and it was like every time we made eye contact, he'd be like, do you want to come in and say something?
He's very much like that. I mean, Sam, myself, and Ian were there one day and did the same thing. He was doing an ad read, and he was like, you guys should just come in here. Just come in here during the ad read. It doesn't matter. It honestly, you're kind of that way too, Ethan. If somebody is in your proximity, you're gonna involve them. So Howie's the same in that way.
I like it. I like it. I respect it. I think it's a nice thing. By the way, how's the butt candle going? This I forgot this. Yeah, this is up on sale for another what?
Yeah.
You guys want this perfect Christmas stalker stuffer? Smells like my
You want a
butthole.
stalker stuffer?
A stocking stuffer.
There you go.
Stuff your stocking with butthole smell.
Is that Ethan's ass?
Yes, I didn't. There was the Teddy Fresh drop today, so I didn't want to overshadow that at all. But the butt candle is still available, I believe, for 2 more weeks.
It says the 21st, so that's 1 week.
Oh, 1 more week.
Yeah,
Okay,
1 week.
So you have 1 week.
I have.
And just to be clear, again, it is a pre-order for the holiday season. It will be arriving sometime in late November or early December.
Before the holiday.
Before the holiday.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is the one in a lifetime opportunity. This is the last time we'll make this. This is so important. You need this. Your loved ones need this.
Yeah.
You need to smell my
And in
asshole.
the role of a
Here.
lifetime.
Would you like to light one on your desk? Who has a lighter?
I love it.
I've never smelled it, by the
for
way.
real?
It's
Wait.
always sitting on my desk. I have never.
Oh, you never smelled
never-
it? Well, hold on. Do
Smell
it on
it.
camera. Get a shot
I
of.
never
Oh,
did.
come on. It's a candle.
Okay.
Olivia, take.
I think that's gross. A little nicer than I thought.
Really? It's total butthole to me.
It's total
Wait,
butthole,
what?
but
Let me
it's
spell
not.
that.
It's not
Dan.
like the artificial. Like
No.
I'm just gonna make it gross. It feels.
No, it's a special
It's organic.
formula.
Oh yeah, no, it's the real
We
deal.
didn't
Yeah.
Hold
just
on.
put in
Let me hit
No,
this shit.
no.
a fart spray.
What are you talking about? I went in for the hardest sniff there.
Wait, come
I was
here.
kind of
Sorry,
expecting.
nose.
I was kind of expecting that.
Sort of.
But it's not just your run-of-the-mill fart spray. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
I took
What
the
happened?
fucking cover
Yeah,
off.
exactly.
Oh, you didn't take the top off?
No, I didn't.
Girl.
Okay.
Girl, take your butt.
But we were in the laboratory with the finest candle makers and scent developers in the world.
It's a nice mix of
foul, yeah.
fart and butt sweat.
That's it.
That's the worst part ever.
Yeah.
So here it is, guys. Smells like my butthole. I have no idea how many we've sold. Do you know, Dan?
How many have we sold?
Yeah, the top doesn't smell bad. Yeah, it's foul. That's so fucked, dude.
Don't lie.
Well, here, let me take it out so the people can enjoy. I mean, this is a collectible, but at the same time, we're celebrating Christmas early this year. Nate, have you ever smelled this? He said yes, gross. Yeah. I got it. So get yourselves one now. Love it. Love it. Man. What else we got going on? Oh yeah, Brad. Okay, so there's this dude. I don't want to go too hard on this guy, but at the same time,
Brad.
I do want to
The bull?
say that this guy's an idiot. Brad does music.
Brad the bull?
Brad does
the bull.
music.
Oh, different Brad.
So this guy Brad does music. Apparently, a lot of you guys know who he is. Brad Taste.
Yeah,
He's
Brad
a music
tasted
reviewer.
music. Yeah, I was kind of low key fan of his channel. Not like super hardcore, but I've watched a number of his like reviews and stuff. And yeah, I discovered him because he was doing this stream that I thought was brilliant. Maybe he wasn't the one to come up with this, but at the time I thought it was very funny, where he was doing a stream that wouldn't end until he finished the song "Thunder" by Imagine Dragons, which is one of the most obnoxious fucking songs I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, and he would restart it every time he got like $5 in donations or something. And so his audience was like torturing him, and I thought that was so funny and also really smart because I'm sure he made a boatload of money off of that stream. So that was how I discovered him, and then I started watching his music reviews and stuff. And so yeah, I don't know. I thought he seemed like a cool guy.
Now, I'm not saying you guys have to stop
maybe he
watching
still is,
him or
I don't know.
anything. I
Yeah.
just feel like he deserves a little joshing for this. Frankly, he did offend me. I'll be honest. So this guy, I don't know who he is. I didn't know who he is. After the show, there's like a little gathering area for everybody with VIP tickets who were on our guest list and had backstage access that we could all mingle, say what up to all of our guests, and basically decompress after the show. And he was there. I spent a fair bit of time talking to him. Nice guy. Said he was a big fan, and he was super happy to be there and meet me and meet everybody. And I thought, okay, nice. Well, nice meeting you. You know, Hila actually she said she spent the most time talking to him and his girlfriend. I think it was his girlfriend, because he's Israeli, or he has family in Israel, who were killed by Hamas during October 7th. And they were talking about that situation. And obviously they have a lot in common because of that. And they were pretty much agreeing about everything they were talking about at the time. And then he posts a picture. Let's see. He posts a picture of us together on Twitter. So the first picture
First mistake right there.
So this dude, and he seems to be, by all accounts, like a regular viewer of the podcast too. So he knows, he understands.
He's a regular super chatter. He would send super chats all the time.
So he understands the culture of the show and who I am and who Hila is and all this stuff. So he posted on Twitter, great moves. It's a nice picture of us all happy, smiling after the show. What could be wrong with that, right? Everything, apparently.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
In the comments, people were not happy that he took a photograph with a genocide supporting Zionist Nazi, essentially. And he decided to make a statement. He said, this image made a statement that I did not intend to make, and I'd like to apologize for people who were hurt or upset by this. I also apologize for my quick response, as it was dismissive towards people who care about me and others deeply. I appreciate you looking out for me. So I'm like, well, that's fucking lame. Like, we gave you backstage access. We spend like a considerable amount of time like connecting and talking with you, and then you use it to go online and fucking like throw me to the wolves. Like, I was offended. I was like, dude, what the fuck, man? That's so lame. Like, why did you even come? You know, what a lame fucking, it upset me. It was upsetting. I made a response to it because I was like, dude, this is so lame. Just an Instagram story. I said, this is Brad. Someone on the crew was kind enough to get him VIP tickets, so he was able to come backstage and hang out with us. I had the chance to speak with him for a little bit and thought he was a nice guy. Here he is apologizing for taking a photograph with me. I continued, the reason being because I'm a Zionist. Well, here, let me read what he says. I'm aware that being around Ethan and Hila at the moment is very questionable. I wanted to meet them despite people's valid criticism of them. I am aware this is a bad look, and posting a photo with them upset many people. Not the best decision on my part. Suck my dick, bro. Jeez. Stay the fuck home. Like, oh my God, dude. Also, like, what's really lame is he's just propping up this absolute psychotic moral panic about me being essentially Israeli, you know, my wife being Israeli, that somehow is, you know, inherently a bad thing. Being born somewhere, I thought racism was the worst thing you could be, but apparently hating someone for being born somewhere is vibes all of a sudden. Regardless, I said, because I'm a Zionist, what does this even mean? To those that use the word as an insult, it simply means anyone that believes Israel has the right to continue to exist. According to recent polling, this would include 90% of the world's Jewish population. That means Brad here would need to apologize for taking a photograph with 9 out of 10 Jews. Which isn't anti-Semitic, by the way, at all. I said, whatever criticism I have voiced for Israel, whatever financial contributions I have made to the people of Gaza, nothing will ever be enough, because I, like 90% of all Jews, am a, quote, Zionist. Been on the receiving end of rabid anti-Semitism ever since October 7th, but this one made me especially sad. Here's an example of some of the comments that I guess influenced him. Wait, you know they were problematic, and why? And then why you would ever want to meet? Why would you ever want to meet them? If you know Ethan and Hila were Zionists, Hila herself was in the IDF. Again, mandatory conscription. Why even risk your reputation for that meeting? I wanted to meet them because they were famous and I had the opportunity to watch a creator who was a pivotal part of my childhood and early YouTube adventures. I had no care for the moral implications at the time. I just wanted to feel cool. That's so cringe, bro. So, I think there was more, but...
There was a video of him talking about it.
There's... My thing was like, if you don't like 90% of an ethnic group, if you think 90% of an ethnic group are monsters or Nazis or whatever, I think you might just not like that ethnic group. You know what I mean? I don't think that you can... I think that's just racism, frankly, at that point. Which we're against. We don't like racism. Where's the clip? That's all I have of it. There was a lot more though, wasn't there? He put out a further tweet where he's like, I'm mad at Ethan for talking about this and not looking into it.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that one. I'll look for that. But it's D3 is the clip. I'll find the tweet right now.
Oh shit, my bad. Here it is. Yeah. Let's see.
I feel like, and I think that what happened is, so like, I posted a picture with Ethan Klein, Hila Klein, and then people were like replying with pictures of JPEG Mafia and Kanye West. And I was just like, this
I don't get that. What does that mean? JPEG Mafia and Kanye West? People were hitting him with memes that fucked them up? What does that mean? Nobody knows?
I don't know.
I don't know.
JPEG Mafia is a rapper. He collaborated with Kanye. JPEG Mafia at one point was pretty outwardly spoken about being anti-Nazi and like anti-white supremacist and everything. And then people were like,
so
what
they're
the fuck,
saying I'm
dude?
a Nazi.
Basically,
and
yeah.
He's cool being friends with Nazis.
That is
again
the implication there, yes.
Please understand that when people say stuff like that, they are bigots. I really want people to understand just how fucking gross and bigoted that position is.
Sucks. I thought it was funny, but it sucked. And then there were people like, Bradley, please don't just ignore this. And people in the community, Brad, this is bigger than this. You need to not ignore this. You need to address this. You need to not ignore this. People in my audience, I address it. Spineless, pussy, apologizes for taking pictures with Jews. So it went from like, Brad, you have to address this. You cannot ignore this. This is very important. Fine, I'll say something, to, you should have said nothing. Why did you motherfucker? And it was just like, at that point, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I actually doing? Keemstar interview went, dude, Keemstar fucking tweeted something about it, dude. What's wrong with Ethan? Dude, I don't want to talk about this, though.
Go ahead. What's wrong with Ethan, motherfucker? Explain it. You didn't think there was enough wrong with me when you came to my show and, like, took advantage of our hospitality and came and spent the whole night with us, yucking it up. And the part that people don't know that I thought was especially spineless and lame is that him and Hila were talking shop about, you know, Israel and talking about the war and everything all night. And then he comes home and be's like, oh, they have dangerous opinions. It's like, bro, just believe in something, man. Just like, you know what I mean? Just pick something, bro. Something's got to, what did Alexander Hamilton say? If you don't stand for something, then what do you fall for? Burr?
Did he say that, or is that a line from Hamilton?
It's no, that's a line from Hamilton.
But is it like an actual historical quote, or?
No.
Got it.
Heavens no. Well, clearly not. Clearly not.
It's like, it wasn't supposed to be a big deal. And what I ended up doing is I ended up selling Ethan and Hila Klein down the river. Just like I wanted to meet them. And it's like I sold them down the river. And then they got upset. And so the entire internet, both sides were upset at me. And then Ethan and Hila were upset at me.
Yeah, no shit.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? What are you saying fuck me for, huh?
What? What do you mean fuck me for? Because you came to my show, took care of my hospitality, and then called me a fucking like a Nazi. Like, what do you mean fuck me for?
Fuck me, right?
I think he clearly, I don't think he's been internet famous for very long. And, you know, it can be really severely anxiety inducing to be getting screamed at by a bunch of people on Twitter or whatever. And, I mean, obviously he didn't handle it the best. I mean, this clip that you're showing right now shows a degree of self-awareness. You know?
I think the problem is that he just says whatever he thinks people want to hear, which is a terrible way to conduct yourself.
That
Especially
seem that way.
It frustrates me a little bit though that he doesn't understand why I'm upset.
You
It
know?
seems to be.
So that's the entire drama in a nutshell. And it's just, if it sounds like a lot of ridiculous bullshit, because it is, it's such bullshit. The whole thing's kind of overblown. It's entirely overblown. Dumb drama, who cares? Exactly.
Man, it wasn't
and I
that.
cared. And I'm mad that I cared. If I never cared, none of this shit would have ever happened. But because
Anyway, whatever. There was more stories, but I can't find them. It all happened during the break. It was like a day. We moved on, but Brad, he got, dude, Nicholas Diorio, my boy.
Yo!
Big Nick, my boy.
Oh, boy.
Nick was out there riding for me. He goes, Brad told Nick, you're setting a really bad example for Ethan. He read your tweets and took them at face value, meaning he trusts you and you're trying to egg on the person who you believe hurt Ethan. I have no idea what he's talking about. I did not read any of Nick's tweets, nor have I ever, frankly, until right this moment. He says, I'm not replying because I like Ethan. I have no affiliation with Ethan Klein. I've never once spoken to Ethan Klein in my life. I'm replying because you're a pussy. It's Nickelodeon. Nick Diorius.
You just got slimed, dude.
For real, dude. For real.
Look what they're doing to that cow, bro.
For real. Anyway, whatever.
Whatever.
We can move on. You guys can still enjoy Brad music and stuff, but like at a certain point, I do need to stand up for myself if people on the internet are just going to accept at face value, like, oh yeah, Ethan is a Nazi. Ethan is an actual Nazi. And if you take a photo with him, you might as well just be committing a genocide.
We're gonna stop dissing the Nazis.
Like, I'm sorry.
I did think that your responses, your story responses, although the ones that you showed were the only ones I saw, so I have no opinion on the long lost ones that we can't find apparently. But I thought you handled it in a somewhat graceful way. You know, considering like that you were pretty upset.
Yeah.
Like when I heard that you were popping off about it, I was like, oh boy, what is Ethan saying? What is Ethan doing now? But when I read the messages, I was like, you know, I thought that was a respectful and good way to address it. So
why does it smell like shit in here? Wait, what's happening?
Okay, Girl, so
look at your
oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I came back from the bathroom and I was like, it smells like I thought someone shit their pants, but I didn't notice the candle.
Oh my
was there. It
god,
took me
I
a
was
while.
sitting.
You were smelling that too?
Yeah.
You can blow it out now.
No, I was genuinely
covering it.
concerned.
No,
I was like, what the fuck is... I was looking at my trash can. I was looking around. Is there a dog in here that did something?
I'm shitting myself.
Dude, I'm shitting
like,
myself.
holy shit.
I'm covering this thing up, man. Get it out of here.
Wow.
That Merry
I've never-
Christmas is the smell of Christmas. It really is.
I've never smelled it lit. Oh my god.
It's lit.
I've been told that it doesn't smell bad lit, but now that's not true. That's the worst smell I've ever smelled. Holy shit.
No, it gets you.
Yeah, that was
really,
horrible.
It took a while to drift
I get
over
ya.
here, but ugh.
Oh my
He's the
god.
sort of guy that gets horny when he takes a shit.
Yeah, I was frustrated about this.
Think about it, Ethan.
I was the one who let them come backstage.
By the way, no, I did not blame or have any bad feelings about that at all.
Thank you.
Totally.
For saying that.
If,
At the time, it was
if
chill.
you asked me, I would have been totally fine.
I was
Like,
glad
you
to
could
meet
have
him.
known that he would have reacted like that.
I, 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 I,
Yeah. I think he's also.
What?
You fucking blazed with Brad?
I blazed with Brad, bro.
After the show.
I know. I think I follow him on Twitter. I think he's going through a tough time right now. Not to excuse, obviously, but I think he's going through it right now about something
like
else too.
Like I was saying earlier, it's, adapting to a lot of online attention is difficult, and
he should just
people struggle with it.
Just say what you actually believe, dude. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
I had a convo with him too. Thought he was a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, super
Same
nice.
here.
He is.
Yeah, no,
Seems
he,
like
I think he is a great guy.
happy-go-lucky, kind
He
of
just-
nice guy, happy to be there.
Yeah, I think he just
Made a
had a
mistake.
major goofball moment. You do.
We talked about Detroit.
Well, listen.
Did you?
Yeah, his friends that were there were from Detroit.
Of course. Of course you did.
Detroit.
Shout out.
We gotta go, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, you always make jokes about the Michigan water, but I actually got a bacterial infection from the fucking
no.
pond. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like my whole leg is swollen up right now. And yeah.
Your shirt's from the water?
Yeah, I had an open wound and I went in the water and I just thought it was from when I hit my leg, but it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And
What water did you go in?
It was near my dad's campsite. He has a RV.
You went in like a lake?
Yeah. And I jumped in to get a volleyball because my nieces hit it in the water. And it was really slimy water, but it fucked me up.
We're so fragile. You can't even swim in the wrong pool.
Yeah, my uncle said if you don't take care of it, it could be fatal. Yeah. But he gave me antibiotics. I'm okay.
You could have died in another world?
Getting a fucking volleyball, yeah.
Thank God for antibiotics.
She's also died.
I went on antibiotics over the break. I had a UTI.
What?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, girl.
I was having trouble starting to pee.
What happened?
It was getting really hard to begin flowing. And it was just getting very uncomfortable to pee.
Yeah.
Right.
So I went to the doctor and I did a pee test and it came back positive for all this basically a UTI.
Painful.
And that's super rare for guys. I don't know how the fuck I got that.
Is it super?
I also went
I know
swimming
it's rarer than with women, but I don't think it's super rare.
not too bad.
It could have been some kind of prostate infection too. They weren't ever totally sure, but I took antibiotics and I'm feeling pretty much better now.
Did you get a finger up the ass?
No.
No?
I just peed.
Still holding out for that day, huh?
I have already had a finger in my ass.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
I got checked for a hernia when I was in college.
Oh, right.
They laid me on my back in the fetal position.
Right.
And digitally inserted inside of me. With a generous amount of lube. It wasn't that bad, frankly. They mostly affect older men. 12% of men will get a UTI at some point in their life. Interesting.
How am I supposed to do the show? I'm covered in slime.
So yeah, so I guess we both. And the weird thing about UTIs is they don't cure themselves.
Yeah.
If you don't take antibiotics.
Huh. Well,
so we both could have died.
Yeah, no, it's scary. My face too. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I had an open wound on my face, just a small cut, and it was really red all the break right here as well. And I don't know. My uncle said it could be, but he doesn't think it's the same thing. But
is that why you're wearing a mask?
That was part of it because it was super dry.
Please take off your mask.
I also I'm getting over a cold, but I think
Let
I'm
me see
better
that
now.
face of yours.
See that beautiful face
Your
of yours.
mask
Give it up
is
for
making
a
me
beat,
uncomfortable.
everybody.
Heartthrob alert.
That's a legend.
Thank you.
Heartthrob alert, ladies. The mask is coming off. Yeah, but that's what it is. You know?
That is what it is. Hey, listen.
I want to read this fast. You're going to say do the ad.
I was going to say
Brad says, this morning Ethan Klein posted pictures that I assume he got from this specific tweet, which is a small portion of a bigger story. I think he's talking about Nick. Again, I didn't see that. It was on our subreddit. That's where I saw it. I would have felt upset in his position too. However, he's an adult who has a weak filter for what he says, and real people get hurt from it. Excuse me. Fuck you, bitch. Let's keep things in perspective here, Brad. There's nothing wrong with being mad at him. I am pissed off at him. But I also know that he and his wife are Jewish and go through hell trying to stand with Palestine while people they know and love will fucking hate them for it. It's a perspective worth understanding. fuck, dude, I'm sorry, but like this dude had the opportunity to apologize, and he said he's mad at me, and he said I have a weak filter. I mean, he's not wrong, but like, is this really the time? Frankly, at the time, I thought, like Dan said, I was being pretty like cool about it.
Yeah.
Relatively compared to how fucking crazy I can get about stuff like this.
I am. What does he mean by "and real people get hurt from"?
Him. He's a real person that's got hurt by me defending myself against the accusation.
Is that what he
I'm a
means?
Nazi.
Because that's a weird thing.
I truly can't. I don't know how to interpret any other way. I'm open to alternative interpretations.
Huh.
You know, he is an adult who has a weak filter for what he says, and real people get hurt from it.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
So I don't know. There it is. That's Brad for you. It's Brad. If he wants to call and apologize, he can do it. I'll accept his apology, but I don't know that he can do that publicly, because then he'll just be like double crossing his fans that want to think that Jewish people are Nazis, Israelis are Nazis.
Right.
We'll talk off it.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. And
I just feel bad.
Well, Hila was specifically pissed because she's like, dude, I spent all night. I could have talked with like any other number of people that I would have been happy to talk to, that they would have been happy to speak with me, and I spent the whole night talking to this asshole who fucking called me a Nazi at the end of the day. Anyway, Brad, all the best. I hope you can still. Is he going to still be a fan of the show, do you think?
Well, maybe there's a way to amend this. I don't know.
We don't have to burn the bridge.
Shouldn't rule anything. You don't have to burn the bridge.
If he wants to apologize, I'd accept it.
I think that's a
But I
possibility.
don't-
We'll talk. That's a
I
possibility.
don't think he will. That's the thing.
Depends
I
if his
don't know.
audience says to apologize or not.
That's the thing. He's captured. He's captured by his audience.
But maybe this is a lesson. You know, maybe he comes out of this realizing that you can't please everybody all the time.
He'll come on and apologize, and then
Yeah.
he'll unapologize on Twitter.
Yeah. Anyway, Brad, our door's open. I was about to make a really terrible joke.
I'm glad that you didn't. Nope. Stop the drum roll.
It's funny, though.
We have to do our ad. We're way over.
All right. Thank you.
Way over.
Let's thank our wonderful sponsors here, and then we'll get into the juicy morsels. But until then, it's time to sup up with Gamer Sup.
Sup up.
Sup the F up. Hold on. One sec.
Oh.
Yeah, baby! This is the ultimate beverage. I love it. We all drink it. And we all love it. Why do we love it? First of all, it tastes great. Tons of different flavors on their website and priced phenomenally. 100 servings per tub. Take a scoop of this stuff. It comes with a little scooper. Look, this is all you need.
This new ad music?
One little scooper, that's
Yes,
all
sir.
you need out of this massive jug. Boom. Is it one or two scoops? Because I don't make it for my... Elena makes it for me. One scoop.
Yeah, one scoop generally. You can two scoop.
I hit the two scoop.
I usually hit
One
the two
scoop
scoop.
per 8 ounces.
Oh,
Which is like a can. So this probably
Yeah,
this cup has got to be more than
this.
Right,
The
that's-
shakers are
so
two.
2 scoops.
At least. At least.
It's a 2 scooper right there.
Yeah. That's a two scooper.
It's basically tastes great. It has no sugar. Can help wean you off sugary drinks. It's going to help you lose weight. It's got all the electrolytes, minerals, and everything that you want to keep you jazzed. B12, B6, D3, D's nuts.
Yo!
Vitamin C, vitamin H, and all these other great ones that you want to see when you're trying to get vitamined up. So it's got caffeine too. It has everything you need. It's hydrating,
Or
it's mineralizing,
or it doesn't have caffeine.
it's electrolyzing. It has caffeine, or if you don't want caffeine, it doesn't have
There's
caffeine.
an
Both
option
versions-
for you.
Every flavor has a caffeine-free version of it. And you can be like Love, for example, and I love Love because he
I love Love.
is a Gamer Subs connoisseur, And Love doesn't like drinking water because
That's right.
it's boring. And frankly,
That's
it
right.
is boring. And by drinking Gamer Subs, this is painful. There, I got it. Sorry about that. By drinking Gamer Subs, you are drinking more fluids.
100%. I have a little, plastic bottles in my fridge.
That's the way.
Every morning I wake up, bam, open that little lid, boom, 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 in the plastic container or a plastic bottle, and I'm on drinking my water, dude. My fucking daily
You
water.
look
dude.
very hydrated, frankly.
Thanks. I mean, I've been working hard on it, and I wouldn't be here without Gamer Subs. I wouldn't be.
And
at
when
my
you pee, is it nice and clear?
crystal clear, baby. Crystal clear.
Clear.
Yeah.
There it is.
Thank you.
It's Gamer Subs, guys. Give it a shot. They're a great supporter of the show, and I'm very excited for our cup that is apparently coming out. It's been coming out. It's going to come out.
It's very soon. It's very, very soon. I know we've been saying that forever, but we should be getting the revised. We got a sample. We sent it back. It wasn't up to snuff yet. And so they are issuing a new sample, which takes a little bit of time. That's why there's been a little bit more of a delay. But we should be getting that very soon, like within the next week or two.
So stay tuned.
And so stay tuned. And
But
we'll show
until
you,
then,
yeah.
Go to gamersubs.gg, use the code H3 to get 10% off your order. That's gamersubs.gg. Link is in description. Use the code H3 to get 10% off your order. Please consider supporting them. We love them so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh. Oh, and since we're exposing people, shout out to this. I don't know if I should do this or not. I feel like I really want to. You know what I'm talking about, right, Dan?
Sorry, Dan is talking on the side.
Yeah, sorry. What did you say?
I really want to expose this person, but I don't know if I should. Because...
Expose this person? Uh-oh.
The
What are you talking
snarker.
about?
The snarker thing.
Oh.
I really want to because I hate these people. They're just the worst people in the world. But I mean, I've always wondered, like, what do these people look like?
I think even describing it gets the.
Got carried away. I'm not going to do it. I'm out. You said he texted you?
Yeah.
Brad texted you?
He did.
Okay. What did he say?
He said he would like to call in.
He could call in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll keep it brief. I'll give him a shot.
Will you forward me a...
Yeah. I'll set up a Zoom.
I feel like I'm going to be sick.
This music.
Oh, I'm going to be sick.
Is he sure it's a good idea? You know, hasn't he been doing a lot of spur of the moment?
It's true.
Like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
No,
Look, I'm here with the.
Is he sure he doesn't want to just like think about it for a minute?
He seems okay, and it sounds like he wants to call in.
Okay.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Bradley.
That is his full name, I think.
So are you? How's this happening? You're gonna get him.
I'm sending
Yeah.
Olivia a Zoom link, and he'll pass it along, I guess.
Ay.
So Bradley is going to be calling into Zoom, presumably to either apologize or call me a Nazi.
No.
Probably not.
He's got to pick a lane at this point.
I think he learned a lesson from this.
The $1 million question: Ethan Klein, Nazi, or just a normal dude?
B. Final answer.
You want to ask the audience?
No.
Brad would ask the audience.
You want to go 50-50?
People saying turn off chat if he calls in. You know,
Honestly,
that's
yep.
not a bad idea.
Yep.
I support that.
All right, if he calls in, I'll temporarily turn it off.
100% support.
I texted it to him.
All right. Well, in the meantime, as he's connecting, Oh, Dan, Ian had a inspiring story about a cat. You want to talk about the cat?
Oh man, this was.
Yeah, we can do it if we
You're
got
fucking
time.
shot, bro.
You okay?
Every time.
I thought it looks nice. I turned my light on.
It's so fucking grainy. It's.
I mean, it's
crazy.
definitely brighter than it was.
Well, because we cranked the gain up on the camera to like maximum, which is why it's grainy as hell.
I
So
don't
go
know,
ahead,
I
Ian.
turned
Here,
my
I'll
light
pull up
on
this photo.
because it's a special moment. Okay, so yeah, a friend of mine posted this over the weekend. Can someone please help me trap this kitty and take it to the vet? Someone hit it and its back legs are broken, or tell me what to do. It still runs away so fast with its front paws. So yeah, my friend posted this on
this is
Instagram.
so
I
sad.
saw
So
it.
cute. Such a sweet looking kitty.
I know, so cute. So I have a cat trap because Sam and I have caught kittens in our neighborhood.
What's a cat
before.
trap?
It's like this metal. You can use it for any sorts of little critters, but they stand on the trip pad, and it closes and it locks them in the thing. So people use it for trap and release is a common thing where you'll catch a stray cat, you get them fixed, and then you release them back into the wild to kind of help control population and stuff like that. So I have one, so I responded, and I drove down there, and we were able to catch the cat. It was so cute. But yeah, its back legs weren't working. But if you scroll down, you can see a little more of the little kitty here.
Aww.
Yeah, there she is.
Such a cute little Siamese.
Yeah. So that's the trap.
Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a girl. Yeah.
How
I've
old
just
is
been
she?
calling
Do you have
her.
any idea?
About 5 months.
Oh,
This is a little video if you hit play of her in my trunk. It's
That is
kinda
so
messy. I've got it
freaking
closed.
fricked, dude.
I don't know why it's.
Who even are you? How'd you end up in my car? Who are you?
Oh, poor thing, so scared.
Cute. Oh my god.
Poor
You're
girl.
so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
she
the
was
hell
really
are
sweet.
you?
These animals are such warriors. They get
Who even
freaking.
are you?
They get paralyzed from the bottom half, and they just soldier on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was just cruising around the neighborhood. When we saw her, she was dragging herself by her front feet, and she was eating. And then I caught her. I took her to the emergency like animal vet spot, and I was there for a while. And the vet came out, and he was like, "Who told you that this cat was hit by a car?" And I was like, "Oh, they just said, the neighbors said that." And he was like, "Oh no, it was shot with a pellet gun." So I know this is kinda dark,
Imagine
but-
shooting a kitten with a like that is such serial killer shit.
So this was a friend of yours neighborhood, Ian?
Yes.
So I mean, like,
was it like inner city? Was
they
it like
have like a serial killer as a neighbor? Like, I would-
Absolutely.
That's why I said
I'd be
that's
like
some
nervous.
Some fucking Dahmer shit. Like,
Yeah, for real.
You get, it's fucked up and really horrible. But
torture? Are we pro? I mean, like genuinely, like
No, we're anti.
we can torture this person.
Oh,
if we
pro
find them.
torture this abuser. Yeah, absolutely. Let's
'Cause
find
I
them.
think so.
Let's shoot him with a BB gun.
I'm like,
Or
you're in Los. It's not
Kill
like
them,
you have
just kill
your
them.
your
Death penalty.
your chicken coop that you're protecting this animal from, or your crops that it's messing with. I'm like, you're just a fucking asshole. Just like, it's horrible. It's
That's. I
disgusting.
doubt that it was even that though. Seems
No,
like,
no. I mean, it's just for
Yeah.
it's them doing it for fun, and
Yeah.
it's really messed up. It's
Yeah.
awful. So, but they said it hit her spine a little bit, and that's why her back legs weren't able to work.
girl.
And they were giving me, the vet was very kind of negative about it, saying that it might be worth considering putting her down. And the likelihood of her legs working was small. The quality of life stuff, it's tough. But I was really torn. I was sitting there. I was by myself, and I was talking to you guys and everyone, and everyone was very helpful about it. But ultimately, I took her home, and I set her up in I had like a little pen thing and food and water and all that. And this is where the story is actually a good thing. So the next day, I was calling around. I was talking to the foster places. I was trying to find somebody. I was getting told like it's almost impossible to find somebody to take a cat like this because it's a lot of work. They might need diapers. There's a lot of attention, and it's kitten season, so everyone's super swamped. So I was telling Sam this, and she said that there's this guy that she gets on Instagram recommended to her, who she follows, who specializes in rehabbing cats like this. So his name is David Loop, and
Loop. There it is.
Yeah, Loop.
Here he is.
Yeah. So I linked.
I
his,
told you
Instagram.
when you told me the vet recommended putting her down. I was like, dude, there's no shot. Like cat people. These cat rescue people are like the most hardcore people alive. Like they will go to every length to care for these kitties.
So competent.
It's amazing the passion that this guy had. So I was like, is he in LA? Sam's like, I don't know, actually. But I looked it up and he was really close. And I called him. He got back to me within like 20 minutes.
Wow.
We had a call about it. He had me sort of send over the x-rays that we got at the vet. We did a whole thing. I took video of her, and then within like 30 minutes.
Hi guys, I need to make this
This guy's awesome. Look at that. That shirt rules. What?
Kitties of America.
Absolutely.
I'm voting for that cat.
For real.
In November.
Yeah, so within like 30 minutes, he texts me back. He's like, here's the address, bring the cat now. And so I drove her out.
Well, it seems like people know David Loop.
He's got a big, I mean, he has like 500,000 followers.
Yeah, he has like 700,000 on TikTok too, I think.
Wow.
I went out to his like compound, this kitty compound. There were cats everywhere. There was like probably 30 cats running around. A lot of them had been injured. A handful of them had been shot with BB guns before.
That's insane.
They had the BB brigade?
Yeah, they had all of it in there.
Oh.
And there was so much activity going on, and he rolls up with another like cat shirt on like that, and they took one look at her, and she was kind of spooked, and her little back feet moved a little bit, and they saw that, and immediately they were like, "Oh, we're going to be able to work with that. We can probably get her to walk again." So he showed me this video of a cat that went through the exact same thing.
What do you make of the vet just being like, we should put the cat down? I mean, what the fuck, man?
I mean,
did you just have to be ruthless when you're a veterinarian and you see animals all day like that?
Well, I mean, the things that Ian mentioned that the vet's saying about it, A, being kitten season, so everybody is swamped with tons of kittens, and B, it is going to be an immense amount of work, and you know, it is hard to find somebody to take on that amount of a commitment to an animal. Fortunately for Ian, he found the perfect person who was willing to do that. But the vet wasn't wrong that that was going to be a hard sell, you know?
Yeah, that's where you need like these, you know, saints out there who have the time and the patience, because it takes like weeks. But this video that I just linked, he found this cat. You might want to mute it, but that's exactly how the cat was I found.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
So
but if you skip towards, you know, later on in the video,
his feet were wore down to the bone from dragging them.
Oh.
I mean, it's
so
it's sad,
cute.
but this has a happy ending. This is David.
The doctor said he would never walk again, but I refuse to accept that. I'm just reading the subtitles here. Desmond was determined to prove the doctors wrong.
Aw.
We worked every day to teach him to walk again.
Aww, I love orange cats so much.
Yeah, he's really sweet. So he's holding the cat and kind of just helping it walk. Oh yeah, you can see how his paws got shredded down, man.
Sweet kitty.
Yeah, dude, he's doing it.
He's doing it.
His legs are
Standing.
definitely working. Please consider supporting a
He's
rescue.
kicking him out. Look at that. That's so good.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
What
this
a
is
good
so
baby.
precious.
Kicking her little feetsies.
Doing so good.
He says there's a link in bio if you want to support what we do.
Yeah, he's got a donation link and stuff. So if anybody wants,
I will definitely be donating.
Shout out to David.
Poor kitty.
Yeah. But he said he'd show me this video when I was there, and he's like, "Now this cat is cruising around."
Look at him. Yo, David did it. David did it.
David Dom Diddley did it.
Well, you want to?
Wow. That's very cool. I love that.
Yeah. A lot of good people over there.
You want to lay down.
So.
Well, that cat was very lucky that you came along, Ian. You did a very good thing.
Wow, look at him.
Thank you.
That is so cute. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so handsome. So handsome.
Let him go. He's cruising.
So I hope you get updates about the cat as she recovers.
Yeah, he told me that he would keep me in the loop, so to speak. But,
loop?
Yeah, I was just so relieved. I was so stressed out about the whole thing, and it's like it's difficult. So he came in, and I was like, oh, thank you so much. He has so much passion for animals. So
people were asking for the loop to donate to him.
Let me do that. I'll open that right now. But first of all, hold on. You yada yada to really maybe the most important detail, Ian. The most important detail.
Oh. Yeah. There were expenses for emergency vet. It's pricey, and Ethan threw me $250.
Wow.
So thank you. Also,
not only that, I believe everybody kind of chipped in ultimately, right?
Of people on the crew.
This is a pro cat podcast. No matter what they've told you, they'll tell you I hate cats. They'll tell you I'm a Nazi. They're all fucking liars. They're all rats. In fact, I even like rats, even if I use it as a pejorative.
I love rats.
Love, so cute.
Great animal.
I had pet rats growing up.
And so much so that let me click David's link here.
Let's put it in the description, maybe.
Yeah, I just pinned it in the chat.
You can buy merch. You can do a monthly donation, a one-time donation. So much so that here today on the H3 podcast, I will beat all the cat hate allegations and pledge $1,000.
Wow.
Wow.
That's amazing.
What a freaking saint.
Is Lena here?
I'm here.
Let's pledge $1,000 one time.
Wow.
To our friend David Loop.
Well, you want to?
People are complaining that we talk about cats too much on this show.
It's true. It is true. Yeah, if you guys want to follow him on TikTok, I think he's just David Loop everywhere.
David Loop 65. It seems like that's his.
Yeah, he's kind of popping off. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Good for him, man. He's a good dude. We need people like this.
Definitely.
So there it is. And you met him. He seems like a genuine dude.
Yeah, he was very, very kind, nice guy. He told me he would give updates and things like that. So, like I said, there was a whole group over there. It was a compound. There was like a fence that opened up and let me in, and it was like just cats everywhere. It was so funny. But yeah, really cool.
Yeah, shout out Soul Cycle Nancy, who will hopefully forgive me.
She'll be so excited to see your donation.
Hopefully not too excited, because at her age, she can't handle a lot of excitement.
Oh, that was the lady you popped on?
Yeah.
God.
All right. I'm very relieved. I was heartbroken when I heard the doctor say to put the cat down. I mean, what? But good job, Ian.
Thank you.
Good job, Ian.
I'm happy about it.
Well done.
All right, is Brad here?
He is in the waiting room.
All right, bring Brad.
All right. I guess, so people, you don't have to put the tense music.
No, it's funny. Keep it.
War horn?
The war horn. Yeah. How do I, hold on, I'm trying to figure out it. I'm going to disable the chat just because we don't want a lot of hostility. We want to see if this can be patched over.
Thank you, Bradley.
So.
Not this Bradley. for 20 gifted. Thank you so much, Bradley. Love that about you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Why can't I?
Thank you to
figure out
all
how
of our
promote?
members. 32 months, 18 months. You guys are terrific. I love you all so very much. 41 months.
You want to get this subs.
So, as we sit here and wait for Brad Taste. What's he taste exactly? What's he taste?
What it tastes? Oh, like maybe
My mom
D's?
got you.
Yeah, she's too quick.
Dude, I ate a whole pack of this shit.
All right, I'm letting him in right now. Here we go.
Oh, which ones are those?
How many servings is in this? It says 350. Is that the whole pack?
Oh, those are the fruits one?
See
Yeah,
if we're
that's
connected
When it
to
shows
audio.
the-
Hello,
is it
can
the
you hear
whole
us?
Pack or is it servings?
Yeah, hold
I don't know
on.
this meter.
Connected with computer audio. I gotta figure this out.
We're hearing you.
Does
Brad.
that sound all right?
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
Yeah, all
right,
good.
Cool. What's up? Hi.
Brad, talk to me.
All right. First of all, it's good to talk with you, Ethan. Sorry about everything that's been going on. I am currently on an internet break. I deleted Twitter off my phone, logged off everything. I've just been honestly, what ended up happening is I ended up posting that photo, and I was it kind of taught me a lesson very quickly about the fact that I don't really have the like you're saying, like I need to work on core values and just like knowing what I believe in. And the problem is like I wasn't doing that shit. And so as soon as this hits and I'm just like, I can ignore everything in the world. It's like, I handle it like an absolute entitled jerk. Yeah. I was not prepared for this, but it also ended up being really good. Like, this is the first time I've like taken a break from the internet. I'm quitting nicotine as well. Just sort of taking care of myself and also learning about shit around the world. I've been enjoying the podcast. I've been enjoying the stories and whatnot. Am I just talking?
I'm listening.
Okay, cool, sweet. Yeah.
You are talking.
But no, we connected really well, like at the meetup. And again, I think Ela made me almost cry, but I was scared. I behaved out of being scared that I didn't know what I was doing. And yes, you're right. I didn't know what I was doing. I listened to my audience because I didn't really even know what I believed in. So I just did whatever, just said and tried to do whatever to just make it so I didn't have to feel the pain of the situation of maybe I did something wrong, you know? And it's just been like trying to extinguish that. And, you know, like if anyone should know, when you start fighting things like these, they kill you. They take away who you are, and it's terrible. So, you know, again, I'm sorry that I betrayed the family, as I'll say, by not standing up for what I actually believe, and for honestly, like everyone's saying, being very cowardice. So,
Which is what? What is it that you do believe?
Well, that's the thing, is I don't want to just make some big statement right now. I want to actually learn, you know? Like, it's no longer about what do I believe. It's like, what do I want to learn about? Because I have not been doing that. And as a result, a lot of the information I have is just simply wrong. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay. You had mentioned at one point, first of all, I appreciate the apology and the explanation. Obviously, I sympathize. Someone who's been on the internet for a while, I've been through all these experiences and such, and I know how it is. What did you mean when you said that I have, you had mentioned that I have,
yeah, dangerous. I said that you've said things that are dangerous. I'll be honest. This is what I've heard from people who I've trusted, and instead of doing my own research and actually coming up with my own opinion on what you said, I just parroted what they said.
Right.
Like, I should have actually looked at what you said and saw if it actually upset me.
Well,
If it didn't, this
Yeah.
would have changed.
It sucks because people have been running with that ever since October 7th. And to this day, nobody's really pulling up any examples. They just say that I'm a Zionist, that I hate Gaza, or that I hate Palestinians, and that I'm a Nazi. And people just take that for granted. And I still have not been able to see anybody pull up a single thing that supports that claim, because frankly, it hasn't ever happened.
Well, honestly, I'm just proud that you're still fighting through that and like trying to do the right thing, because I know that shit's killing you. And the fact that, like, you know, it is a different circumstance for you. It is hard, and you still are trying to have good values. I respect that. And it's the thing I wish I would have actually said. I wish I would have actually said Ethan Klein has strong values. He is trying his best. He fucks up like the rest of us. I wish if I could have changed it, that is what I would have said.
Why would you say that? Well, I didn't fuck up.
Right.
What did I say? Did I say he fucked up? You fucked up?
We're still hedging our claims, man. I'm not perfect, I know, but I didn't do anything wrong. All right, maybe I'm being too critical here. We forgive Brad.
I'm trying to make a good point. You know, I'm trying to do some good. But that's the thing, is I think it's about intention here. I think we're all trying to be good people and figure shit out. So, you know.
That's true. I mean, the vast majority of people are all trying to do the right thing and be good people. The vast majority of people, so.
Oh yeah, no, it is. And it's hard to learn that too, because it can always feel like for me especially, it was feeling like everyone was coming at me, and you know, I was like sure that I was doing the right thing, and it was just like, because I was so certain that the people who actually knocked me off that pedestal, I'm learning that the actual amount of pain that comes from being wrong for me is so great, and it needs to be addressed, and it's not something I could just like shrug off and say, no, like I need a break. I need a break from the internet. I am looking at a screen too much. And so, like, even now, I have the stream turned off. I'm just talking with you.
Chat's off. You're safe.
I'm safe either way. That's the thing, is because I feel in my heart that I am moving on the right path.
Good.
Which is good. And again, the crew, you guys you're wonderful. The show was amazing. I enjoyed it. I honestly just panicked because I saw a lot of people were hating on me. And again, some for good reasons, like, you know, the fact that I'm answering and have absolutely no response, and some for bad reasons, like people who were like me, who did no research and just picked up a narrative, and like, instead of actually checking and figuring it out for themselves, I feel like people are just sort of repeating what other people hear and are very afraid. And again, like, I know you guys are just, I mean, whatever I'm dealing with, Ethan, I know I've learned what you deal with as like someone who's dealt with now a fraction of what you deal with. And I cannot imagine being in that seat, having that many people watching your every move. It's crazy.
Well, I know I know what you're going through. It sucks when it feels like everybody's mad. That's the worst feeling. So you'll be fine.
But it's also irrational too. Like, not everybody's mad, you know?
Yeah, most
like
people,
I had a lot of people who weren't mad, who were just like, Brad, what is happening? You okay? You know,
Right.
and I took that as them being mad.
Right.
What were you saying?
No, you're right. You're right also. But at any rate, breaks are good. You know, get yourself together. We still love. We want Brad's taste. We want Brad to continue to taste. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, keep tasting.
And I will. And I want you to continue doing your shows. You're a very creative mind. I will be watching. And you know that we're rooting for you.
I can't lose another subscriber, man. You should know that by now.
I know.
You know, we gotta mend this bridge. It's
We
just
got to
too
get those
much.
numbers back in the green. You know,
Absolutely.
That's
right. We're far way away, but every single one counts. All right, Brad, keep tasting, okay?
Thank you. I'm going to go back to laying on the couch. Peace.
Good for you. Enjoy. That's where I just came from.
All right. All right. Thanks, Brad.
That's Brad Taste. Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that seemed like a good bridge building exercise.
I mean, as long as
we need more of that here.
Is he gonna? Can you text him if he's gonna cancel his membership, or is he gonna keep it?
I think that they'll probably keep their memberships.
Okay.
All right. I have turned the chat back on. We're back.
There we go. Listen, we got through the crisis. It's Brad. We'll move on from Brad to
Brad.
Let's see.
We've got have a clip of me saying Brad.
That was actually Ryan.
Okay.
Oh my God, we have the funniest Ryan Kavanaugh shit, dude. Holy fuck.
Oh my God.
I don't think we're gonna have time to get to it today, unfortunately.
That's so disappointing.
But I mean, it's still good.
That's
on
all.
Wednesday.
That's the only reason I want to come back to work today.
Dude,
to talk about Ryan Kavanaugh.
Well,
I think we need to give it the time it deserves.
Yeah, I don't want to miss
no,
it.
you're right. You're right.
So
It's
good. You
on and yeah, I mean, there's even updates this morning that blew my fucking socks off.
You guys are gonna love it. I'm not even gonna set it up. But let's get to the main stories we got here today. And we love Brad. We love the bowl. We love the taste. This is a pro Brad show.
Brad.
Oh, by the way, I've been growing my beard out. Can
Looks
you even
good.
notice, or does
No, I can notice for sure.
it look good, or is it crazy?
I like it.
I like it.
I like
it looks
it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm growing my
I don't think I've ever.
It looks more full than usual.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's just filling in, I guess. But
You know what because I grew mine out for the Kratos thing, and I haven't really trimmed it since then. But I was noticing getting some gray hairs in my beard.
yeah,
You see
dude,
this?
you're old as fuck,
It's
brother.
classy, bro. It looks good.
Yeah, I've got
This is
the
new.
same
This
thing.
is new though. This was a new development.
Right here, I got the same thing.
It came with the
That's what made me
engagement.
think of it.
That's right. You getting those dad grays coming.
That's
in.
right. That's right. Getting up there.
I'm starting to find some grays too, man. My hair.
Oh,
I got
stop. You're like 25.
I'm not joking, man.
Yeah.
This side of my head, there's grays.
How old are you, Zach?
26.
I mean, you started graying pretty young too, Ethan. How old were you when you started getting some gray hairs?
My thing was I have a weird gray situation. I started graying very young, like 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That young?
Yeah. But listen, guys, we ain't no spring chickens around here, okay?
True. True.
But so there's like a point when I'm growing my beard out where it just gets so puby and nasty. But I feel like I've pushed through it. I've tried to keep the shape going. I comb it. I don't really know. How do you maintain your beard, Dan? Do you do anything? Like
outside of just trimming? No, not really.
Okay. 'Cause I know people do like oils and stuff like
I
that.
do.
Do you do shampoo
You do
or
beard
no?
oils.
Never.
Yeah.
I do every once in a while.
Last year when I was visiting home, my uncle said my beard looked like shit. And
Let me
I
see
should
your
use
take
beard
the
oil.
mask off.
I don't have it right now. I don't have a
Okay.
beard, but I use oil and the brush when I
Do you
had
find it helps?
Yeah, it helps keep it like cover the patchy spots. I feel like in less.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I feel that my hair is super dry and frizzy.
I think it helps. Yeah.
Yeah. There's probably some kind of. But anyway, I'm growing it out, growing my hair out. Who knows, dude? I'm just, it's a whole new.
It's a whole new.
We're back. It's all happening.
We're so back.
Okay, nice.
People asking about what happened to Mustache Summer. I don't know what happened
That's
to
a
it.
good
I mean,
question.
I'm
over it. I'm committed.
Okay, I'm glad because I was never really that hyped on Mustache Summer. If I'm being honest.
I'm gonna grow this out as much as I can.
Well, we talked about it. People did those photoshops of me with a mustache, and I'm
You
have
look
the
like a
most
cop.
cop look ever. Yeah, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
Dan hates cops. It's the last thing he'd want to be.
Yeah.
While that may be true, that isn't the reason. It's mostly just terrible.
Nate, you have a good point. Nate said Dr. Disrespect ended Mustache Summer.
True. Yeah.
It's true. He ended White Boy Summer altogether. The whole thing is done.
Yeah.
A minor.
That's true. So anyway, let's see here.
Real quick, I had 2 memes sent to me recently that I thought I would share. One, this is a fantastic
Go
one.
Piss Girl?
Go Piss Girl.
Yes.
Do I need to pee?
Because of the UTI.
Oh, go piss, girl.
Yeah. And also you're a gossip king, so it works on multiple levels, you know.
It's kind of they always say drink lots of water, and it's like, well, that makes it more annoying because peeing sucks. They're like, drink as much water as humanly possible.
Peeing does suck.
And then the other was this. He drank Michigan water. H3 showed him for 29.
Poor AB.
It's such an iconic thumbnail.
This thumbnail always cracks me up. It's the different iterations of it.
Every iteration of it is so
Cam
fucking
making
funny.
my hair blonde because it wasn't actually blonde when I took the photo.
Right.
Oh,
right.
shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of manipulation going on here.
And did we never actually even use this sub?
No, unfortunately.
We'll have to someday.
Yeah.
If you get injured or
I
something.
give you permission. If anything ever happens to me, please use it.
Don't worry. I guess we've got a few goofs and gaff stuff here, but I don't know if we should just get to the main
We're at
stuff.
an hour 45. I think we got to hit on these stories, or we're gonna lose our chance.
Yeah. So let's first talk about the. First of all, I love D'Angelo Wallace. I'm a fan.
Mhm.
I've always loved him. He's really measured. He's very thoughtful, and he's always right. And he seems like a really chill, cool guy. I really like him.
Why are you cursing him like this, dude? What are you doing?
Come on. I've been talking nice about D'Angelo for a while, and he survived. And also, I want to say specifically that he bigged me up. He bigged up our show.
Yeah.
For being the only people that talked about it. And I'm like, thank you.
True.
I think he said we're the only mainstream.
Ooh.
Which he was like, there were some smaller channels, but the only mainstream was like H3 Podcast.
Mm-hmm. He
And an article.
He said us and Rolling Stone.
Serve.
If we're being picky, he said almost mainstream.
Hey, almost insinuates.
Wait, why did he have to qualify it? Almost?
He did say almost.
Let's find out what he said. But at any rate, the thing I like about D'Angelo too is that he came with new stuff that actually made the whole story, like, in my opinion, way worse. And he also did a really good job of, I think, illustrating the misogyny happening with, like, the way that people are reacting to the fact that it's Tana talking about it. I like Tana. I mean, maybe she was like a storyteller and a fibber back in the day, but in the past few years that I've known her, that hasn't struck me to be who she is.
No, I
at
don't
all.
think anything. People will talk about like a story about a nail salon. Maybe she like upped some details. There's absolutely nothing that makes me think that she would lie about this. There's nothing that would make anybody.
In the past
She
few
wouldn't lie
years,
about
she's been,
this.
in my opinion, like a very credible, very straight up person.
And very consistent about this specific event.
Yeah.
Very consistent.
Yeah. But I mean, but I like Tana. I like her.
Love.
Yeah. So he has some new stuff I want to go over. But I had the same thing. Even when we talked about this the first time, there was a lot of people in our audience that were like, dude, we're doing the whole same thing. And we have like an extremely progressive audience that is very woke on social issues. And there was tons of people in the chat talking about how, it was legal. 17 is legal in a lot of states. People saying shit like, oh, well, he just got married and have a kid. Why are you doing this? And all this types of bullshit. It's not a big deal. All this. And it was pretty stunning, even then.
Something that I don't know if we've touched on is when Tana mentioned it, like over a year ago in her canceled podcast, she just like offhand brought it up. 1 week later, Cody proposed to his girlfriend. So a lot of people are speculating if that's...
Is he that calculated, you think?
Bro, I don't know. That's just what a lot of people are talking about. And I will say that I watched Canceled and I looked through my text messages. I have old ones being like, is it weird that he proposed 1 week later?
Well, so Tana said in one of her videos, this might change your mind, Dad, that he texted her out of the blue and was like, hey, are we good? Like, I just got engaged, so I don't want to like get into all this. Like, he had said something, like leveraged it in a conversation with her.
Yeah, like when the clip surfaced from her at her show, he texted her and said, hey, are we good?
He said something about how I just got engaged, right? That's what
he just had a baby.
Or he just had a baby. I guess
Alleging
something.
for
It's in this
years
video.
now that you-
What happened? But
Okay.
yeah, people were pissed off at me, and since then nobody covered it. Pretty much, I thought when we talked about it that more people were gonna talk about it and it would be a bigger story. No fucking body touched it anywhere, and I had never really thought about
Yeah, you know, I'm not that surprised because it just I feel like Cody really has a reputation and an image as being this sort of universally liked persona, and I think a lot of people were probably hesitant to, because of his fan base and everything, you know, to take a swing at him,
which is cowardly as fuck. I think a lot of people, by the way, are. Cody's collabed with almost everybody in the space too, and I think for a lot of people,
he's been on our show.
Sure, yeah, of course, yeah, he's been on our show.
Yeah,
but he's been in regular collaboration with a lot of these commentary guys, and D'Angelo makes a good point that I hadn't thought about. Is like, dude, it just seems like a boys' club at this point. This whole commentary community, where, you know, he's getting a pass. They're not even going to talk about it, let alone a pass. Like, they're not even going to touch it. I don't know. It seems pretty wild. But yeah, I mean, listen, he's a frat boy, dude. You know what frat boys do. Not all of them, but. So how much of this video do I watch? Obviously, it's 15 minutes long. I don't watch the whole thing.
Well,
there were a few moments.
His glazing you up is in the first minute, so at least that far.
I timestamped that.
Yeah, that's the most important part,
Yeah,
obviously.
figured.
You guys can watch the rest by yourself. But then I noticed, like, Charlie covered it this morning, like, immediately after getting called out, which is good because more people are going to see it.
I know Ethan hates me now.
A thing that frustrates me about that always is that his video is going to get a ton more views than D'Angelo's, which is, like, so stupid because he's just literally...
got a massive audience.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
Don't really know why,
but so it's a good thing. But he did this thing against Tana that kind of annoyed me. Like, he goes, I know a lot of people hate Ethan Klein, and I totally understand that. It's a totally defensible position. He goes, he's trying to defend Tana, but he does stuff like,
but yeah,
I know Tana's like a serial liar and has like a horrible reputation, but that doesn't, like, she's catching like mad strays from him.
Yeah.
As he's trying to defend her in the same way. And I just like, dude, why does she have to catch any strays for this? As far as I know, like I said, the past few years, she's been like very above board.
Yeah, so one of the times when she brought it up, he texted her and said, "Are we good? Like, my wedding is coming up."
Oh, that's manipulative as fuck.
Yeah. But it's also so manipulative. Everybody in the comments being like, he just had a kid. It's like,
So
okay,
what?
you still
Lots
had
of
sex
people
with a
have kids all the
17-year-old.
time, Yeah.
That's even worse. He just had a baby.
Well, there's
it's different.
People, you know, that's
But I don't want him to have a baby.
You reeled that one back in quick.
I don't know what to say. I mean, it's life, you know.
I take it back.
Am I just gonna get Hila pregnant every time in a controversy?
Well, you guys have had a lot of kids the last few years and a lot of controversy.
Hasn't helped.
The original button.
Hasn't helped at all.
Right.
Shit.
What good are these kids?
Nothing, man. Ever since Bruce was born, that was like 2.3 years ago, and we haven't had, our ads have been shit.
Right.
He has not helped. He has
Come
not
on,
paid for
Bruce?
himself. He has not paid for himself.
What controversy brought Bruce?
Ben Shapiro.
He's the Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro should be happy I brought another Jewish dual citizen potential
Right,
in
yeah.
this world. You know what I mean?
Right up his alley, isn't it?
What are you doing for the Jewish people, Ben?
The BTS baby.
How many kids does Ben Shapiro have, by the way? Because he's like religious. Those religious guys go nuts with the kids. Ben Shapiro.
For shizzle.
For shizzle.
You know, in all of our talking about Ben Shapiro, I haven't got a clue. He doesn't really talk about his kids much, which probably is for the best.
4 children, I believe.
4?
Keep them out of the public.
2 daughters, 2 sons. Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of the bare minimum you need to be like Orthodox Jewish.
Right.
It's a mitzvah. It's the biggest mitzvah.
It's a mitzvah.
What am I talking about? So D'Angelo, if you can find that part about Charlie's video, that's the one part I wanted to show. What's up, guys? Today, I want to talk about something slippery than my last turd after eating a really fat hamburger.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's good he covered it. It's good he covered it.
It is. It is. I mean, it's definitely
Would be a soundbite, I
the
suppose.
fact that he, like D'Angelo publishing the video, definitely brought it back into sharp focus for a lot of people. But Charlie doing a video, like he's pretty much the biggest like commentary channel at this point, right? That's safe to say.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, I mean, like there's no dodging it at this point for Cody.
And I will
He
say,
has
to his
respond.
credit, he came down very forcefully. He didn't sit on any fence on this time around.
Right. 1.2 million views in 5 hours.
That's crazy.
Insane.
A
YouTuber
that's kind of nuts. He's gonna have to respond. I feel like now. Also, D'Angelo pointed out something really weird, which is like we knew that Cody was censoring the comments on his YouTube channel and his subreddit. We knew that, but because there's no comments on his YouTube channel, apparently his wife's channel isn't moderated, and all the fucking
that sucks
is all on her channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
17
People
is
shouldn't
less
do
than
that.
18.
Like
That's
I know
some-
people want to like yell at Cody, but like it's not Kelsey's fault.
No.
No, not at all. I feel horrible for her.
I feel horrible
She's
for
probably
her. I
having
mean,
a real hard time hearing about all this too. So
yeah, it's. I'm sure it just is a terrible.
yeah, she shouldn't be catching strays.
No.
She seems, by all accounts, a lovely person. I mean, I know she was like a elementary school teacher before. you know.
Preschool.
Dude, his mods are just crushing everything, and then the reason they give is because it might incite drama. I was like, excuse me, we need that rule on our subreddit. This could incite drama.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There'd be no posts on the subreddit.
Dude, that's awesome. Could incite drama. That's the fucking best. Dito, beep, 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 beep. Anyway, let's check out friend of the he's a friend of the show, I think, D'Angelo. Potentially.
He cut to
All right,
me.
Cody. Let's have.
It was a question for the
well,
people.
he cut to me.
Oh,
Yes, of course he's a friend.
Yeah,
of the show.
yeah,
Yes.
I like him a lot.
There's been many crossovers.
I haven't
over the
spoke
years.
to him in a while. We used to talk about.
Well, yeah, I mean, he called in once, and didn't he take like an extended break to finish
Yeah.
school? So he was kind of off the internet for a couple of years there.
He still doesn't post super frequently, but
Yeah.
he always, when he does, it's very good.
He drops heaters.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, his last upload was 2 months ago. So, anyway, let's take a look.
Let's have an uncomfortable conversation. Someone has been alleging for years now that you, one of the largest commentary creators on YouTube, knowingly committed a crime against her when she was a minor. But YouTubers and viewers alike are ignoring and discrediting these allegations solely because the person making them happens to be an unlikable woman online, Tana Mojo. And you know that people are ignoring this because nobody is working harder to bury this story than you. And you're getting away with it because commentary YouTube has a serious problem. I can't blame any of your viewers or my viewers for not hearing about this because you've done such a good job hiding it up until now that I only found out about it recently. The situation has been talked about by smaller channels, it's been discussed at length on other platforms, and it keeps almost hitting the
was that a
mainstream.
boy?
Say what?
Can you go back where it shows the smaller channels?
Yeah.
The channels.
Yeah, it's
been-
Doolittle. I thought
only
it looked
found
like
out
him.
about it recently.
My boy
The
Doolittle?
situation-
Yeah, bottom left.
Shout out Adam.
Doolittle.
Shout out.
No.
All right, Doolittle.
I thought I recognized him.
Did he
Wow,
ever
fuck.
call in? Whatever happened with him?
Not after the controversy.
Did
He made a video saying
He never apologized, but he was like, he backed it up. He walked it back.
he apologized. I think it wasn't as direct.
Such a nutty video, dude. We love you, Doolittle. I think Brad on the forgiveness poll, Brad is way higher than Doolittle.
I agree with
Well,
that.
sure.
Yeah.
After that, we haven't had that conversation with Jake yet.
But even with that combo,
He hasn't offered.
Jake did way too much. He did Jake do too much?
Ethan.
has been talked about by smaller channels. It's been discussed at length on other platforms, and it keeps almost hitting the mainstream, like with this Rolling Stone article.
Oh, no, he didn't say we're almost mainstream. He said it almost hit mainstream.
Yeah, so it being on our show is almost hitting the mainstream.
No, Dan. That's not what he meant.
That's not what he meant.
He said it almost went mainstream. It got close when it came on our show, but it didn't get picked up by everybody. That's the mainstream, when it gets picked up. I thought it would get picked up too.
We're mainstream, Dan.
You are hating.
It's like cope.
You're coping. Why you want to hate?
I don't. Let's.
You're mad
right.
because you're in the chair.
Sure, yeah, that's it.
That thing's. You can barely see it, but the part you can see looks so shit. Look at it. It's just all lopsided and crazy.
It's so lumpy.
I wish we got to show close-ups how it's stitched together like Frankenstein. Like you could see the inside of it.
Let's one thing at a time. Let's talk about Cody.
You're right.
H3 podcast discussion. But the reason it hasn't caught on yet, despite all of this, is that none of your friends, nobody on your level, nobody in the commentary niche with enough pull is willing to admit that this situation makes you look terrible.
A lot of people like him a lot, and they really are like doing any kind of mental gymnastic to just ignore it.
I'm not here.
I'm so glad he included that. I am. I'm genuinely. It's nice.
And did you hear me in that clip? My commentary?
You had offered something.
Yeah, I had a contribution there.
Willing to admit that this situation makes you look terrible.
A lot of people like him a lot, and they really are like doing any kind of mental gymnastic.
You hear that?
Just oh yeah, that was good.
I said
I caught that. That was good.
I said, yeah.
That was good. That was good.
I'm mainstream, baby.
You did.
I'm mainstream.
I did love that. I like when you back me up like that. You go, yeah.
Yeah.
Beep, boop, beep, beep. That's what I do when I lose my train of thought and I don't want dead air. I go beep, bop, boop, beep, beep. And then when this is my thing, I play with Sonny. I go beep, boop, boop, beep, beep. And he always laughs.
Aww.
He loves it. It's our thing.
I met Sonny this weekend.
He's so cute.
He's so cute.
Very smiley.
Very smiley baby.
He's a very sweet-hearted kid.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The happiest baby maybe ever. Just smiley and happy everywhere. Ignore it. Oh yeah, the reason it makes me happy is just because.
Oh, people are saying it was love. That said, yeah.
That's my yeah, dude.
Okay,
you
sorry.
are passionate about this.
Yeah.
Are we sure?
I like to say yeah.
Love
I
was
said that
passionate about this story.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a while.
Okay,
Yeah, I've been
so
following this
it
shit.
was love then.
I've been following this shit for a long minute. And yeah, it's been annoying me that it hasn't had any spotlights on it.
Yeah.
So my question is, do you think he's going to make a statement? Because if basically it seems like almost certainly that this happened, right? So like he has two paths. He can deny it, which doesn't seem plausible at all. I don't think anyone's going to believe him, especially because there's new corroborating evidence that D'Angelo introduces. And the other one is admitting to it, which is admitting to a crime and a really terrible thing. I don't know that his brand can survive him admitting that it's true. So like
there's another element there too that I would point out is that it is a crime that's being alleged, and is it not plausible that his lawyers are advising him to not say a word about this?
I doubt his lawyers are involved personally, but
okay.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating. But.
No, it's on brand for him. Like if he did do it, how can he admit to it? It's like I feel like his only option has been to ignore it, and I feel like he will even continue to try to ignore it.
Yeah. If he admits to it, it's GG.
How can he, right?
Then I feel like he has to ignore it.
You can't be like, yeah, it's true, and anyway, I'm real sorry about that.
Yeah, like what an icky
how do you move
piece
on
of
from that?
content from anywhere. Like, how do you release that even?
Oh, D'Angelo brought up a really funny thing too, which I didn't know about him. So he got in trouble for having said slurs in the past, and hello, he's not the only one. But he released his. I'm not judging him for that, you know, because I'm guilty of the same thing. Although I judge him the same way I judge myself. You know what I mean? However, he issued an apology on Patreon.
Paywall apology is wild. That detail really.
How did he get away with that?
That kind of made my eyes pop out when
that was years ago.
that part
How
came
the
up.
fuck did he get away with a paywall?
Paywalling your apology is.
The only person I can think that did that was Nick Ocado.
Oh yeah, there was, right.
You know, but he's probably the only one that could get away with that. Nick Ocado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the revelation's really good here. Let's take a listen.
I'm not here to accuse you of committing a crime in this video. Because
Actually, here, let me use
that.
your timestamps, maybe. So.
I sent the apology if you want that. I sent it in Discord.
Oh, so this is from, it doesn't say the year.
Oh yeah, it doesn't say the year. Let me see.
He says, hey y'all, some old videos where I say something really insensitive things have been surfacing on Twitter. They're really ignorant videos and I wish I never made them. Last thing I'd want is for someone to feel alienated because of something stupid I said. It was a mistake and I'm sorry I let you all down. On Patreon. What? Whoa, how did he get away with that?
And frankly, it's a pretty mid apology, even if it wasn't behind a paywall, because it's like, who's the guy who rates apologies?
Yes, psychology in Seattle.
Did you say psychology?
Psychology in Seattle.
Psychology in Seattle. His rubric for a good apology is, you know,
you have to say what you did wrong.
Exactly, right.
He's specifically avoiding doing because he doesn't want more people to find out about it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, even if it were a public apology, it's not that great, and then paywalling it is just
dude, that's awesome.
That's crazy.
That whole thing tickled me. I love that. You think I could get away with that shit?
Zig Heil in Seattle.
What did you say Zig Heil for?
You did. By mistake.
I didn't say that.
Yes, when you were trying to say psychology.
Zig Heil?
Kind of stumbled over your words.
I did not say that.
Roll the tape. Roll the tape.
Roll the tape. Somebody send me the clip. Ain't no shot.
Oh, that's so funny.
A drama video covering this Patreon apology is from 5 years ago, 2019.
Okay, so it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Still funny. So here's the new evidence that kind of blew me away. Gabby Hanna on her, well, here, I'll let it D'Angelo explain.
Going to find it. Remember how Tana said that fellow YouTuber Gabby Hanna tried to stop you before everything allegedly went down? Well, did you know that Gabby is actually on record telling the exact same story several years ago?
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she like looks a little older, she's underage, watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he turned that.
This is real.
That is crazy bad.
Yeah.
Horrible. So Gabby says,
the only way it could be worse is if she specified who it was, but I mean, given the context, you can obviously infer. And also,
well, Hannah said separately that Gabby had told him.
Right.
So it kind of.
Yeah, no, you could put it together. And then also the fact that her impression of the guy sounds.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's straight up.
Yeah.
Cody.
Probably don't know.
Keemstar actually put out a tweet saying that he was told as well by Gabby. He was told about this off record years ago.
Keemstar corroboration.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, now it's GG.
Well,
now it's done.
Had zero credibility, but thank you for.
Cock.
Shut up.
You're actually autistic. Shut up.
You shut up.
Let's be nice. He also just got engaged. Both Daniels just got engaged.
Oh, it's so true. Do you think he saw my
do?
engagement and tried to one up me?
Dan?
Probably.
Yeah.
A double Dan engagement?
Yeah.
Double Dan dog dare ya?
Only Dan's.
Only Dan.
Only Dan's.
Cock.
So she says he saw him making out with Tana at a party. She went up to him and said, hey, just so you know, I know she looks older, very thoughtful, giving him an out, but I want you to know that she's a minor. And he said, oh, thanks, bro. I'm so glad you told me. Then later that night, he fucked her.
A minor.
That is, my friends, so bad.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
a crime.
That removes any
At that
wiggle
point,
room
it's
of
really,
of pleading ignorance.
Like, holy smokerinas.
Yeah.
That is like the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Like, you knew.
Explicitly told exactly why I was wrong, said you understood, like confirmed that you understood, and then did it anyway.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. You know. Up until like he's been posting quite frequently on like his second channel, like daily almost. And I was checking it a few days ago. His views are still really good, and the story's been percolating for a while.
Yeah, I think he's done a good job of covering it up until now, like D'Angelo pointed out.
I do think
Heavily
there's generally a
censoring
lot
it.
of people that just don't care. They say, she's 17, who gives a fuck?
Bless you. Yeah. I would like to think that the bigger chunk is just people that, I mean, especially somebody as mainstream as him, his audience is full of, how do I put this? I guess normies, kind of. Like, the vast majority of people that watch YouTube videos are not as plugged into all the drama and everything as we are, or they're not as brain poisoned as us. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people, they just watch the video and they never think another thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good example of the kind of stuff that you see, and we saw in our own chat, frankly.
We did indeed.
Alex Silverstein, who, by the way, has almost certainly committed a crime right after reading this. Tana is from Nevada. Cody is from Canada. What? He's Canadian? He lives here.
Yeah.
Kind of have to follow the laws where you live.
Yeah.
They both lived in California. California, by the way, age of consent, say it with me.
18.
All you have to be is 18. Even R. Kelly knew that shit.
Yeah. Right.
Many states have an age consent that is 16. I just can't bring myself to care that much. She hooked up with many more older dudes from what I have heard. Just not just Cody. Let's start outing them all. First of all, Tana has explicitly talked about this in the terms of like how she, looking back as an adult now, understands that it was harmful and fucked up and that it did hurt her.
Yes. Her take on it is pretty much like, it didn't traumatize her personally because compared to everything she's experienced, it just like she wasn't able to heal from that because she was healing from other stuff. So, but then she's like, now at this age, if she keeps saying like, if I had a fucking sister or like a friend who is that age, I would kill them.
Well, how old is she now? How old is Tana?
I think she's probably
25,
about
maybe?
25.
I think that's probably got a lot to do with it.
26.
Because once she's 26.
Yep.
You get to that age that other person was, and suddenly you're looking at 17-year-olds and you're like, holy fuck, that was fucked up. You know? I think that's, to anybody that's like, oh, why is she doing it now? I think that's the most straightforward explanation.
But yeah, I mean, this take is like so catastrophic. I mean, bro, just say you want to fuck minors, man. You know what I mean?
And also,
why does he bother saying they both lived in California if he's talking about age of consent? California, the age of consent is 18, dummy.
I mean, why did he bother to say any of this?
Didn't this happen in Florida?
That's true.
Which also has age of consent.
Which is also 18.
Yeah. No matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
And again, as I emphasized when we first talked about it, I don't even want to get caught up on the whole age of consent thing because it's a red herring in the fact that it doesn't really even fucking matter if it was in a legal state or not.
16 is the age of consent.
You know? But the law exists for a reason. That may surprise you. The age of consent law is actually there to protect minors. So,
right.
I have a whole point of it. You know?
I always raise an eyebrow. People are like, oh, 17 is practically 18. It's like, in what universe does that apply to like anything else? You know, that has an age restriction.
War?
You get a driver.
Yeah, he's 17.
Yeah, he's 15. He can get a driver's license.
Actually, they probably do that during war. There was a bunch.
True, a lot. Yeah. But it's not legal. But yeah.
Cody, these bars in your... And I'll say this. I ran into Cody recently. I was with the kids and the dogs on a nice day in Malibu at the mall, outdoor mall there.
Mm-hmm.
This was probably about...
Yeah.
6 months to a year ago?
Okay.
Why'd you say yeah?
I was just feeling the dead hair for you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Beep
Yeah.
boop, beep boop.
In case this gets used, in case this gets used in in a clip, I want to be
Oh,
in it.
he's trying to get his clout.
Ah, clever. Clever.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to start fighting for that dead air.
Yeah, you're so right, Ethan.
And I ran into him, and he was very weird.
Really?
I got such a bad feeling from the encounter. Like, he didn't want to like see me or talk to me, and like he was like very standoffish. And thinking back, I wonder if he
Knew that you were kind of friendly with Tana, and
that this is something that I wouldn't shy away from.
True.
You know, because I've been thinking about that encounter, like how weird it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would expect you guys to have like dad talk or something.
I thought we were going to talk shop because I heard he just bought like a house in Malibu, and I was real happy for him. I said, "Hey, congratulations on the new house." I thought we would talk shop a little bit, but he didn't. He was very standoffish. Very.
Mm-hmm. That's totally why.
You think
He's
so?
very-
yeah,
very,
I mean,
very, very weird.
Yes, probably. I don't know why else, because otherwise, in the past,
I mean, he was on the show.
Been,
Yeah.
I guess had you ever crossed paths with him prior to that, other than him
Since
coming on
the
the show
show?
one time?
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. No.
Well.
But
you were
anyway,
right
shout
to
out
pick up
Alex
on the bad vibes.
Silverstein, who is really a psychotic freak. And we love that.
Good stuff.
Well, I know she like looks a little older. She's underage. Watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he turned that.
This is really, really.
Shout out Gabby Hanna, though. What is she up to? Like, for real, what is Gabby up to?
The one person that may have had the answer to that question just stood up to go to the restroom, so I don't know.
I think that person filled me in. I think
Oh,
Gabby,
okay.
last I heard, was like working at like a local fitness center or something. Like she moved back home.
Oh wait, I had YMCA or something.
Yeah,
right?
something like that. Yeah.
You know what? Good for her.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
I remember hearing that and being like, "That's probably a good thing."
I think that's very cool. I think it's good for her, man.
Step away from the limelight a little bit.
Good for her. Here's a clip. So this guy Colby Leachman, who D'Angelo brings up, is this the guy that everybody's talking about? That was it, the best man at his wedding?
Yeah.
Okay. So another thing D'Angelo does really good is he brings a lot more context to who this guy is. Let's hear.
Used to frequently feature and promote your college friend Colby Leachman in your videos until it came out that during your school days, Leachman's university put him on probation for, as a United States District Judge would later put it, the non-consensual videotaping of a sex act with another student, showing the video to other people, lying to the police about the video, and behaving horribly to that individual and at least one other woman.
Okay, so I didn't know about all that because before we were all like, well, the accusations were never, he was always acquitted, not acquitted, but they didn't find any evidence in these.
Yeah, when we initially talked about Cody, we had heard about some of this stuff about his friend, but at least just a cursory look at it, the school had cleared him. But it did seem, I remember it even seemed weird because, oh shoot, I don't want to get this wrong.
Well, anyway, this is
like
what
serious stuff,
D'Angelo
but
highlighted.
There was he had some nepotism connection to the school.
His parents or his aunt or somebody was a provost.
Yeah, something like that. And it just, the whole thing just seemed like a very brush under the rug kind of
That's
situation.
such a like old money bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my aunt's provost. I
Right.
can do anything. At Duke of all places. Was Duke, right?
I believe it was Duke.
Let me see.
That's like the most fucking
Yeah, they don't
privileged
have
situation in the world.
the best reputation, do they?
So this is what D'Angelo highlighted, I guess, from a court filing. 2 students who participated in non-consensual videotaping of a sex act with another student, and therefore, thereafter showed the video to other people who lied to the police about the video, and who even under their own version of the facts behaved horribly to her and at least one other woman. So, like, all the other accusations aside, that's really despicable.
To make matters worse, the woman in the video also alleged that Leachman drugged her before the recording and that she hadn't actually consented to anything at all. You had this man in your videos. You were telling us to follow him on Instagram, and at some point you did wise up, so he's no longer part of your content, but he still seems like he's very much a part of your friend group. From the continued hangout since then to inviting him to your wedding.
You know what, man? All this guy's bullshit really fucked his hairline up.
Let's, he's done worse things than go bald. Let's go easy on him for that.
This guy?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I'm just saying, can we focus on his actual crimes and
No,
not
I
his
didn't.
hairline?
No. You misunderstand me. Being bald he didn't do anything wrong.
Uh-huh.
But by doing things wrong, clearly he's lost his hair.
Right. So what's the implication there, Ethan?
That you fucking killed someone.
Yeah,
Dan.
It's not an implication.
What did I do?
Oh, it's not everybody. Because you're a bald king.
I see. That's different.
This guy's holding on.
That happened to you because you're amazing.
Right.
Exactly. We saw that dome shine on stage.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Shine like a diamond.
Shine like a
It
diamond.
really did. It really did.
Yeah. Wow.
What's going on with that hair?
Wedding just last year, people are under the impression that you're best friends with someone who, at best, committed an illegal sex act and at worst is an alleged rapist. And no matter how many times people rediscover this information over the years, you refuse to say anything at all. You could clarify this, but you won't. But now your cowardice has reached a new low. You've tried speaking and you've tried silence.
That's the most frat boy shit ever. And just to put in context, this is his best friend, his best man. Was credibly accused of raping somebody, and then the judge seems to be under the impression that it doesn't even seem disputed that he videotaped them in a sexual act without having consent. Like, that's his best friend. So, birds of a feather for real. Like, and the fact that they're still friends is really just like makes me think, they're really not that. They're on the same page. You know what I mean? What is this Gabby link?
Oh, that was she was in a local YMCA advertisement on Instagram.
Spot the difference. The fuck is this? This is true, Dan. You should embrace this.
Pretty accurate.
Identical.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Pretty much identical.
And now you're choosing censorship. On your YouTube channel, where you've been pumping out content nearly every day now, I couldn't find a single comment on your last video about this situation. Not even one. Comparing that to the comment section on your Instagram, where every single comment I saw was about this, it's clear that you're heavily censoring your audience on YouTube. But surely you must have realized the limits by now, since people have just transferred the conversation over to your wife's channel. The fact that her comment section is overrun due to your decision to stay silent about this should be all the proof you need that that decision was wrong. At this point, your silence and censorship are a response with disturbing implications. The only thing that I've seen this hidden portion of your audience asking for is the truth. So why aren't you telling it? And your silence isn't the only one that's bothering me either.
All these Reddit threads, like if my name's on any thread, it's all getting deleted.
I witnessed the heavy-handed moderation of your subreddit in real time as I researched this video. I would refresh the page and posts would suddenly be unapproved by moderators after racking up hundreds of comments, removed because they could, quote, instigate drama, or more commonly, just locked and or removed with no reason given whatsoever. I'm sure whoever is doing this thinks they're helping you, but you should probably probably tell them that they're making things look 10 times worse. But it's not just your moderators, it's your friends and fellow YouTubers too. It's no coincidence that with the exception of the H3 podcast, I haven't seen a single channel over 1 million subscribers do so much as acknowledge that this situation exists. And I'm not talking...
Hey, Dan.
Yeah.
You look like Elon Musk.
Feels so good to be recognized. Really does. Really, really does. Yeah.
Side note. Yippee! Jimmy Lee just texted me a letter saying that he is going to be performing at Buckingham Palace comedy.
Okay. Very cool.
The Queen has invited him, or the King has invited him.
King, yeah.
Oh, he sent me this great DM on Instagram. Let me read it. Just out of the blue. Oh yeah, he sent me that too. Buckingham Palace. Dear Mr. Jimmy Lee, you are cordially invited to be presented and take part in the exercises of performing comedy at the Royal Albert Hall on behalf of Buckingham Palace. There's typos and really weird.
He's playing Albert Hall, huh?
Really weird paragraphing. All those participating in this event and joining to spectate will be pleased to have you attend. My family and I urge you to arrive at Buckingham Palace on Wednesday, July 31st. The festivities and performances will take place on Thursday at Royal Albert Hall. RSVP to the Queen Consort as soon as you are able. Cheers, Charles R.
You gotta go. Jimmy, if you're watching, you gotta go.
About?
Does he think that's real?
It's absolutely real.
He said, let's see. Ethan, this is from Friday. Ethan, we're doing a big shoot and fanfare tomorrow in New York. Want to come out for the day? It's major FOMO. Would love to have you on board.
That's so psycho. Are you gonna fly out for a day?
It was like the next day, right?
Yeah.
It was like, do you want to take a red eye to New York right now?
I want to be on board with this Jimmy fanfare.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's the best, isn't he? But getting back on track here. Here is Charlie.
That was the timestamp you were asking for.
Well, let me see. Maybe it's not as bad as I remember.
Bad. Like, I don't know why that needs to be explained all of a sudden. Now, something D'Angelo Wallace does make a point of here is pointing out that Tana Mojo is not well liked. I'm sure if you've been on YouTube for any length of time, you've heard her name and seen a lot of less than stellar things about her. She has a history of lying and putting on a lot of bad stuff and bad behavior. However, when it comes to this claim,
it's like... You just leave it dangling there.
Yeah, you don't need that.
She's been good for years, in my opinion, as far as I know. And so, it's like, why do we have to keep dragging people through the fucking mud forever?
Mm-hmm.
Look into it at least. I get the feeling he's just like, everybody hates her, and she's kind of the worst, and she's a liar, and she's done tons of bad things.
Has she? Guess what? She was a kid when she did said things.
17.
Come
on.
That's why we're here talking about it.
That's why we're here today. You're so right.
So I don't know. I like Tana, so I get defensive.
Yeah. She started her career early and she made some mistakes.
Also, maybe I'm just butthurt because he did the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, because he does preface it by saying D'Angelo makes this point.
No, D'Angelo was way more...
Yeah, I agree.
...classy about it. Don't put that on D'Angelo. D'Angelo didn't say any of that. D'Angelo wasn't like, Tana's about as rotten as a pineapple that's been sitting in a homeless man's asshole during a summer heat.
I
Don't
I didn't
really
think it
know
was that
why,
bad.
but yeah.
It's a rhetorical device to get people
bored.
He's acknowledging the past controversy. I don't think.
It doesn't belong in when talking about a victim like that, in my opinion.
Thank
It's
you.
unnecessary.
Thank you, love.
But we should continue to let him play because if it ties into,
you want to let it play?
Yeah.
This doesn't appear to be something that she's just lying about for clout to try and...
I know she's a liar, but this one doesn't appear to be a lie.
Yeah, it doesn't appear...
Okay, it wasn't the best way.
You thought
it
he
could have
would
gone
stick the
after.
landing.
Because if it, he prefaced that with, but we shouldn't let past transgressions,
That would have been great.
interfere with our perception.
That would have been
That's
great.
where I thought he was going with it, and that's maybe the spirit of it still. But
Wow.
It's not great. It's not great.
And elevate her platform on the back of Cody Ko's good name or anything like that. This is a story...
To be fair, have you all forgotten TanaCon? No, but like I've been saying, that's a long fucking time ago, and she's
7 years
She's
ago,
been
dude.
really good. Yeah, she was still a teenager. If
She was 19, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so like, I mean, I'm not holding TanaCon against her forever. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I don't even remember. It's just like a little scam. I mean, shit.
It wasn't that it was a
Who
scam.
hasn't
It was
gotten
that
a
it was
scam by now?
super poorly run, was it not?
Yeah, it was just
like-
poorly run. It wasn't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that child didn't run her event well. Surprising, I guess.
I mean, frankly, though, I'm grateful to her because that was some of the best interneting in a lot.
It was some funny
agree.
content.
I agree.
I've just been informed that the latest episode of Philly D has dropped, and Cody Ko is his not lead story. The Trump assassination is the lead story, but Cody Ko is a second.
Oh, stop it!
second.
He lived. Let's talk about the man who may not survive this.
I'm happy Phil's talking about it.
Career-wise.
People are saying I'm being too hard on Charlie. Listen, again, everybody likes Charlie. And so for me, it's a fun sport to try to goof on him at least a little bit because everybody likes him and he is funny. I think it's fun to goof on him a little bit, don't you? Was he
of
too
course.
good to be goofed on?
No.
Was he too like to be? What is he? Another
Hey,
Cody
I
Ko
started the
situation?
whole monotone voice thing on this show. I
What's
started
up,
that.
guys? Dan, you're dick riding harder than you're dick riding harder than an overweight person on a merry-go-round at Disneyland when it's 85 degrees.
It's kind of a wild one.
But that being said, Charlie, I don't think he's not a bad person. He seems like a good guy. That's it. He's just a little bit of a fence sitter. That's all. That's maybe my main criticism of him, which is totally fine. He has wide appeal. He appeals to a wide audience, and that's kind of at a certain point necessary. At a certain point,
We said Ethan's having a brat summer.
Yes, you are, girl.
Every summer is brat summer for me.
It's so brat summer. I'm going to teach you. There's a TikTok dance that we're going to do together to a Charlie XCX song from her album Brat. It's called the Apple Dance. Just prepare yourself, girl.
Prepare yourself. Girl.
Wait, catch this name.
Apple.
Catching these hands.
God Eye. The Olivia Cam.
Oh my God, got it.
Oh.
Buenos. Okay.
Oh.
Buenos.
Just looking at me though. So it'd be like boom, boom, boom. So you could get all the whatever.
I love that. We'll work on it.
We need to rehearse it.
We'll rehearse it a little bit. Yeah, we'll get it. We'll get it.
What's up, guys? Cody Ko is Cody cooked. Cody Ko, more like Cody. No, thank you. That was almost the title.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Got him.
A minor.
No, thank you. Yeah, didn't we? The whole world just like shit on Drake for having sex with a minor.
Yeah.
Also
They
Canadian.
did.
Minor.
There's
Whoa.
Everyone just crip walked on Drake's grave because he had sex with a minor.
On Cody
Allegedly.
Co's,
We don't actually know that.
Allegedly. Thank you, Dave.
allegedly. On his Reddit, now that they're not censoring, one of the top posts is a photo of Drake smiling, and it says, "Can we take a moment to just appreciate Cody?" And it has 1.1k upvotes.
So they have dropped.
Yeah,
the,
it's all
censorship, huh?
6 hours ago. 1.3 upvotes is the censorship is the worst part.
There's probably
No,
at
it's
this
not.
at this
The censorship
point,
is not the worst
I agree,
part.
it's not the worst part.
The statutory,
statutory
rape.
rape
Part.
Yeah, the rape part was the worst part for sure.
Almost.
I love when people go.
Terrible take.
It was
Norm
almost the
Macdonald.
worst part.
Yeah, they're stop protecting this white man. I can't. The mods are going to hell. Tell Cody to log out already because they posted the screenshot of Penguin Zero.
I think they just got overwhelmed because like they got called out directly by Charlie and D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Like, how do you moderate like
That's the
a
1-2 punch.
True.
I haven't. Oh, this is the same guy, Alex Silverstein. I haven't finished this, but I bet he takes the safest route possible. It's a serious accusation. There's a lot of evidence to it. No, it isn't, and it doesn't. Oh, so in a weird way, we agree. He's a fence sitter.
You agree with the psycho
Well,
Cody?
You're on opposite sides of the fence.
Yeah, just pick a side. Carl. Actually, no. I'll say in this video, he very much picks a side. He does not sit on the fence at all. Takes a very strong decision here on this one, so I'm happy about that. Let's see what Philip de Franchio says about it. Philip de Frankfurter.
Ooh. It's a good one.
Thanks, bro.
Is it?
Really good, according to Love.
Yo, shout out to Philly, actually. Over the break, somebody posted a clip on the sub or something.
Yeah, I have it in the doc. Let me.
Oh, was it in the doc? Yeah. Of he was doing a stream or something, and he was having a terrible time. Yeah. And he was like, "Where's Dan from H3? I need help."
That's kind of epic. You're like the de facto tech
It made me
YouTube
giggle.
whiz.
Yeah, thank you for that, Philly. It was very, very cool.
So why did he? I have a question. Why did he put Tana and not Cody in the thumbnail?
Wait, he did have Cody. Maybe
was
he's
Cody
got the
before,
A/B
wasn't
testing thing.
Yeah.
Look on my
he definitely has
right
it.
here on my screen.
Because like
I
that
haven't tested.
makes way more sense. Putting Tana, I find a little bit odd.
Huh.
I
It's
actually
possible
don't know.
there is that beta A/B thumbnail testing.
Well, does
I know a way to check. One
open
sec.
it in
That was a
private.
new soundbite.
Open it in incognito, Dan.
Well, here I'll refresh and see if I get the. No, it's still the Cody one for me.
Do incognito though,
Okay.
because it with the thumbnails, it often saves the cookies and never
Right.
changes.
I'm deep undercover.
No, still Cody for me.
Mr. Cool DIY.
How weird. Yeah, I guess he.
We
did
gotta
A/B
get that
test.
fucking A/B.
We don't need an
testing,
A/B
man.
test, dude. It's Cody Co's face, not Tana. But anyway, whatever.
We have to talk about the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. Very likely you've already seen the video of the shooting. I'm not going to show it again here because YouTube will
Oh,
suppress
come
this video,
on.
and there's a lot of really important stuff we need to touch on. Right, this happening to the former president of the United States, possibly our next one as well, at a rally in Penn.
Oh, come on. You're not going to show us the video? He was grazed. Oh, he doesn't have chapters. Well, he does have chapters. Just really long chapters. Sponsored by Squarespace. Okay, here it is.
QR code on screen. But then, to shift gears, let's talk about Cody Co, because he has absolutely blown up online in the past 24 hours. And if you don't know, he's a massive YouTuber, content creator, podcaster. He DJs now. And the reason his name's
I hate that he DJs. I'm sorry. I'm letting it all loose. He's DJing. Like, dude, you have a kid and a family.
Yeah.
Like, why are you in Vegas every weekend? He has a residency in Vegas doing DJ sets. Like, grow the fuck up, bro.
He's also done it at schools and colleges and stuff like that.
That is weird.
That is weird.
Like, bro, he's trying to go back to college. He's missing his glory days.
Yeah.
Like, he is wealthy. He is successful. He doesn't need the DJing gig. He doesn't.
He just likes it.
Sorry, I'm coming out as a Cody Co hater now. I have always hated him.
been up all over the place right now is there's this massive wave of pressure for him to address allegations that he had sex with Tana Mojo back when she was 17. With those allegations reportedly just kind of simmering quietly in the open for a while, but then they started making waves earlier this year when Tana mentioned it on her podcast. But really, this whole situation's blown up in the last 24 hours after D'Angelo Wallace made a video about it, and it's prompted a ton of discussion online. And we'll start with some of the claims at hand, right? So a lot of this first started getting attention last month when Tana did a live show of her podcast and said,
"Who's the smallest dick you ever had? Oh my God, no one look at me, Cody Co."
By the way, just to revisit this, you don't say that about a man unless you fucking want to kill him. That's like the death of the man's ego. Like you have to have utter poisonous hatred of someone to go say that. Like that, you know what I mean?
Totally. And she has every right.
That's what she says. I was 17, so like she's, you know, she obviously feeling some type of way about it. You know?
And he's probably small.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Sometimes
You know what I mean?
things are what they are.
DMG.
Delete the video. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that.
right, and once that clip
Dude, a
made
double whammy. Damn.
to
She
TikTok,
served right there.
people started doing the math, realizing that if Tana was 17, Cody would have likely been 25 at the time. With Tana herself then further clarifying the claim on her podcast later in June, saying, yeah, people did the right math.
This isn't just some crazy tea. It was a crime. I hooked up with Cody Co when I was 17 and he was 25. When I look back at the Cody situation, I definitely am like, why was he doing that? You know what I mean? But I don't associate or hold it with trauma because I am such a comparative person where I'm like, so many worse things have happened to me. And that's bad.
Right, with Tana saying that she was such a big fan of his, and as an adult, it's easier to look back and say she was taken advantage of, but she's not sure she felt that way. But also saying that even though she doesn't feel traumatized, she knows it's wrong, with her then going on to Trisha Paytas's podcast and adding,
But at the same time, like, if I had a 17-year-old daughter or a little sister or something, like, I would kill.
well, seemingly all these things got certain pockets of the internet to pay attention. I mean, the situation did not blow up the way it has until yesterday. With D'Angelo posting a video titled An Uncomfortable Conversation About Cody Co, which racked up over 1 million views as of this morning. With him going through these allegations and condemning Cody for not addressing them. With him noting that, yes, right now they're just allegations, but they are serious. And D'Angelo further arguing that Cody has every right to share his side of the story, but so far, his silence makes him look really bad.
Even if what Tana says is false, your silence is still grossly incompetent at best. Why are you choosing the path that would be your only option if you were guilty?
With him also pointing to some of the responses people have seen, which include people trying to dismiss Tana's claims by calling her a liar or saying that she's doing this for attention and saying,
The person has tried to come forward about her experience and has been met with the most vitriolic victim blaming I've seen in years. She's been dismissed, discredited, and disbelieved before anybody ever gave her a chance. Because it's Tana, which sets a horrible precedent that if a person runs out of goodwill, they lose the right to come forward with their experiences.
And that's actually something Tana touched on during her own podcast.
I have seen so many comments of people like on some like, but what was she wearing? And then I just like, I feel so bad for all of these young girls because then they see that and then it makes them not want to come forward. And then I am like, wow, everyone.
Yeah.
Like,
I love these girly podcasts where they just like sit on the couch. It seems
I
so
love them so
cozy.
much. Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of jealous and like,
girl, let's do it.
We can sit on the couch.
because like it's so easy. They're just two girls yakking it up on the couch.
Yakking it up.
You know, they don't need all this shit.
I can tell you all the gossip.
You want to sit on a big U-shaped couch and
put our feetsies
I mean,
up.
what's stopping us?
it's a whole genre, isn't it? Like the girl
Kind of.
girlies
Yeah,
on
I
the
love.
couch.
For sure.
What just happened? Was that me? Oh, okay.
everyone.
Yeah.
Like, seeing people not believe you is so crazy.
Right, and there she said, you know, if she had more public favor or even if Cody had less, the responses would be totally different. With this, you also had D'Angelo
She
say,
has zero reason to lie about that. Like zero. Come on.
saying that it appears Gabby Hanna previously backed Tana's story. Tana saying that Gabby kind of witnessed this and tried to intervene, and D'Angelo saying that he found an old clip where she told this story.
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she like looks a little older, she's underage, watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he Turd that.
And so the responses to all this have been massive. People slamming Cody and
We
his
haven't
Instagram.
mentioned too. Where did that clip come from? D'Angelo says in the video
Her old
that,
pod.
Yeah, but he said it was like deleted, and he really had to dig to find it. And you can tell from the quality, it's like fucking like flip phone camera, basically.
I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't, like he
There's the clip.
pulled
Go
that
look
out
for
of
the
the
clip.
ether somewhere.
he did it. That's the thing with him. He always delivers, man.
Yeah.
At first, I was like, I'm gonna watch it because I love D'Angelo, but like I know everything, and like he went further. D'Angelo.
Comments. And folks on Twitter are saying things like people being okay with Cody Co hooking up with an underage Tana because it's Tana is actually disgusting and further plays into the idea of the perfect victim. Someone can be a terrible person and still be a victim. Her controversy does not take away what he did to her.
Not,
Now,
I
there
don't
you
think
also have
she's a
some people
terrible
talk-
person. You know, it's like something bad happened to her, and then to give everybody the space to talk about it, they need to like concede that she's a terrible person. Like, no, you don't, and no, she's not. I don't think so. You know, like what the fuck were you like when you were 17? You were a paragon of good choices and like, you know, a perfect upright citizen. No, you were a dipshit too. We all were, you know.
Yeah.
She's been through a lot.
Yeah.
She's matured a lot.
talking about the age of consent in different states. But regarding that, you had a number of folks countering that, saying things like, a lot of grown adults spend a lot of time trying to, well, actually the age of consent, and it's vile. A 17-year-old is a minor. Minors are children. Children cannot consent. And even in areas where it's not, quote, illegal, it's immoral and wrong 100% of the time. But ultimately, that is where we are with this right now, though I don't think that this is going to be where it ends. Like I mentioned, this has been getting more and more attention, while D'Angelo Wallace's video on YouTube has just passed 1 million views. Over on Twitter, a lot of the clips and the segments have
Why is he doing a
multi-million
slow zoom?
Cinematic.
No, but like, is that, it's just,
Sure it
is
ends.
it
Like I
striking as
mentioned, this has
weird
been
that he's
getting
doing a
more,
slow zoom here?
more attention, while D'Angelo Wallace's video on YouTube has
Like
just
that
passed 1
builds
million
to
views.
something.
Over on Twitter,
You cut it. You keep cutting it off. What if it is building
a
to
lot
something?
of the clips
Okay.
and the
It's
segments
not,
have
but okay.
multi-million views. Other big
I don't even
commentary
know how you
channels.
noticed that.
It just was like, why is it zooming on
That is interesting choice. Interesting.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I do that on all our social media clips.
Hell yeah.
It's just to keep
Well,
attention.
on social media, I get it because
Shit
it's like
moving.
Yeah, you gotta keep things
fucking-
moving.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. He's on the edge.
I will say what I appreciate about Phil is that they're always trying out new stuff. So
They're always trying out new stuff on Phil's show.
yeah,
Like what?
like little
slow
things, like
zooms.
intros or
Oh,
bringing
they're
back.
mixing it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They try it. Try it all.
I found a picture of your Brat Summer, by the way.
Pull it up. Oh, this? That is one bratty bitch. Who are the
Make
girls?
you guys all wear green.
Is that a? I don't know who that click is.
This is from Charlie XCX's music video.
Ah. I fit right in.
You're so Julia.
360 with Young Lean is the new summer bop. I love it so much. Dude.
haven't heard the song, but I know people like it.
Dude, you
It's
gotta
so
listen to it. It's such a banger.
The entire album is so amazing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna learn the dance later, girl. Just
Don't
wait.
you worry.
Now chiming in like Moist Critical. One of the big consistent things we've seen are pushes for Cody to actually address the claims. But for now, we'll have to wait to see how all this plays out. And of course, if and when he does, I'll want to update this story. But
Tell me,
ultimately,
what
that's
do you
where we are
guys
right
think?
now.
Did he
And
do
then,
rape?
the Copa America game in Miami would.
He didn't throw it off to the audience. Yeah, he's gonna.
Let me pass the question off to you.
I really don't know what to expect in terms of Cody's response. I don't know which way he's gonna take it. He can, I feel like
yeah,
he's
I
gonna
don't
ignore.
know.
He's gonna ignore.
That seems. Yeah.
All we
seems kinda
know,
likely.
all we know for sure is he's gonna end up on Snapchat. Be with
Where
David.
they all
Dobrik.
go.
Oh, so true.
The other thing is
Probably already is.
the other thing is if he takes a break, then his insulated audience is gonna wonder what's up.
Right.
So he might not even miss a beat. He might just keep posting like nothing.
Yeah.
Which should certainly be a choice. You know. Why are we slow zooming? Why are we doing that? There's no need for the slow zoom. We're not getting filled in here.
Saving me some time when I'm making the clip later. Don't have to slow zoom.
Now I'm getting all paranoid. I'm looking at the edges of the video.
Oh, God.
Okay, so that's it. I mean, that's all I have to say about that topic.
That's it. Wow. What a downfall.
I'm curious, is he uploading right now? Like, when's his last upload? The channel he's uploading on is
I see 2 days ago he posted.
Yeah, I think it may change now, but he's just been proceeding as ever.
Cody and Co.
Here, I'll send it to you. Oh, you're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
At this point,
2
there's
days
no
ago.
reason for him to stop posting. I mean, still making so much money out of those videos.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He's doing very well, definitely, for sure. But the question is, how does he keep his fan base insulated? It's going to get hard.
I think it's like a cash out kind of situation. He'll do this for 2 months, get more sponsorships, make a crazy bag.
No, he's not going to get sponsors. He's going to lose all that.
I'm sure he can get like some shitty ones.
No? I think he's going to lose them all.
I feel like he's going to just go with the bottom level shit sponsors, cash out, and then leave the internet or something.
That's sad. We'll see, man.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff, huh?
It is. It's very exciting.
Yeah.
But you've been praying on this.
Yeah.
You've been waiting. This is your
I
moment.
have. Yeah. No, I'm satisfied. I am.
Let's talk about Boogie, our friend of the show, the 2998 variety.
Right. This is exciting.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
Feel-good story of the summer. I'm gonna pee though.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about
Doctor
Boogie.
would be happy to hear that.
Boogie woogie. Boogie woogie.
Woogie.
Let's actually, you know what? Before I go, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do it all together for you, love.
Don't hold that in.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
That's how you get the UTI, man.
Yeah.
That's how you get the UTI, man. All right, I'm gonna fire off these super chats real quick, so y'all just have to bear with me for a moment.
Alrighty.
Okay. Wait. Oh, that's the name. Okay. Hi, so. Donated $5. Said, do people not realize that we're a product of our environment, and Tana didn't have the best childhood parents? Like she's made an amazing life despite. That is so true.
Facts.
Dude, the light behind you, it's legendary light or color for me. So every time I see it, I'm like, oh, there's a legendary.
Oh, legendary drop. You know what that message reminds me of? An important message that I think we all need to hear in these trying times.
Obsessed.
Context. My mother she would give us a hard time sometimes, and she would say to us, I don't know what's wrong with you young people. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
Dead ass.
I don't know what.
Yes. Reach, girl.
Future president right there.
Red the Grifter said, welcome back, H3 team. I hope you enjoyed the break. And they threw us $20. Thank you, Red.
Thank you.
I don't think you're a grifter. You're a good person, Red. You're a good person. Ese Bullo? New segment idea, 2 girls, 1 couch. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wait, but that's fun. That's a good name.
You don't know what you're saying, Olivia. You're too young.
No,
I do know what 2 girls, 1 cup is.
Yeah, come
but
on,
I
we
think
know.
That's like a witty name for a podcast.
I like that name a lot.
2 girls, 1 couch.
We should TM that.
Ethan and another like popular, YouTuber. It's just 2 girls on a couch.
And they should shit in each other's, huh?
Wait, what?
Meebles said Cody DJ'd in my city last week, his hometown of Calgary, and I screamed out, talk about the allegations, and he ignored me, but definitely heard me. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised he ignored you. What if he did just started talking about it, like at his deeds, just like, hold up, everybody. I got something to say. When I was 25, I committed statutory rape on a young woman named Tana Mojo. Drop the beat right there.
I want you guys.
Yeah, that probably wasn't the context you wanted to address the
I
allegation.
want you
but
guys
thank
to
you for
dance.
trying.
I want you to dance this next song like you're never gonna see me again. I'm about to get canceled.
Yeah, I'm going out. I'm being canceled.
Go out, bro.
Okay, I'm going way too slow. I want to make sure I get to these bigger ones. Brittany's $20. Hey guys, my husband and I have sent a few emails. He is a provider. Do you still need someone for the show? I love ya. Brittany, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about.
Provider of what?
Money?
Provider?
Donate?
I genuinely don't know. Maybe, I'm sorry, if I had seen it when you sent it, maybe the context I would have understood, but I got no clue.
I need a provider.
Send another email, I guess, and explain what you mean. DH2 said, beard is perfect, Ethan. Welcome back, crew. Y'all were missed. Thank you.
We missed you.
Back. Let's see. I saw some real big juicer ones earlier. $20. My dog had IVDD and she's paralyzed. It is absolutely possible for a great quality of life. Makes me so upset to hear vets saying this. You shouldn't have a pet unless you're willing to do everything for them. Good job, Ian. Yeah, Ian did a great job. I don't want to put too much hate on the vet for saying that. I feel like they need to be straight up with people about what it's gonna mean to take it on.
Yeah.
I think they'd be doing a disservice to not be realistic about it. But that said, Ian, he tried anyways, and it worked out in a fantastic, lovely way. So he's a cat hero. Luke with a €20 donation. Thank you for your service, H3 Crew. I've been watching since 2016.
Thank
my
you,
dog
Luke.
recently passed away, and you've all helped boost my mood so much. Hey, girly, appreciated. I like that you said you didn't request. You said it would be appreciated.
Thank you, Luke.
For that, thank you.
You
Luke.
are appreciated.
And hey, girly. And then I swear there was like a $50 one. I just want to make sure I got it. Mitch, here it is, $50. Hey, crew, new subscriber here. Are you guys planning anything big for celebrating 3 million subscribers? Yeah, we have a massive plan for 3 million subscribers. It's actually gonna knock your fucking socks off. It's like it's right,
Huge
guys.
surprise.
Right,
You
guys?
think you think the
like-
Greek was big?
It's
bro
unreal. It's unreal. So as soon as we hit that 3 million mark, look out.
Yeah, look,
man.
everybody subscribe. Everybody hit, if you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Everything about your entire life changes when this channel hits 3 million subscribers.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's
the
true.
apocalypse, because hell
It's
will
true.
freeze over first.
Thank you, Mitch.
That might-
And I'm not sure, I genuinely can't tell if you were being sarcastic or not.
He was.
Yeah, that might unironically be my favorite donation ever.
So they said they're new subscribers, so they might not know the lore.
No, they set that up so well. That's
Okay.
how good.
People have been hitting me with that. I did Steve-O's podcast, and one of his friends is a fan of the show. And he was hitting me with those 3 million memes. He's like, when are you hitting 3? He asked me something similar.
So funny.
I said, you guy.
Is it the same dude who has all of our mugs? Is it that guy?
It must be, yeah.
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 Steve-O jacked the rest of our OG podcast mugs to give to his friend.
Great guy. Good taste.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I did Steve-O's show, by the way, over the break. You know, I'm out here.
Yeah, dude.
Collabing.
All right, so Boogie, by the way, how was your dad's trip? We flew him out for the live show. I'm enjoying his candy.
Yeah, no, it was everything very, very, very simple. You know, no troubles, and he loves coming out here. And he's got this thing going on now. He got these bizarre, crazy things that he just gets focused on. So now he's taking it upon himself of making the new share for Dan.
Wait, what?
And it's unofficial, but
Is this? Have you mentioned this before?
no, he's just
He mentioned it to me
gung-ho.
this morning.
He's just gung-ho making this share for free, I
Well,
guess.
so
I don't
he's
know.
already, because when you mentioned it earlier, it sounded like he wanted to, and I was like, well, how's he
Nah.
going to get it all the way from Sweden? He
Nah.
is actively working on one?
Yeah, and I told him it's probably not realistic. He was like, "No, I'm doing it."
Is he a handy guy?
Okay, well.
Yeah, he's extremely handy. Yeah, he's really good with
Yeah, I mean, I could see that.
That'd be awesome.
I mean,
Hey, don't.
that's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very kind and all that. But and I told him, you know, this is
Fucker,
not
I can't get it.
realistic. It's gonna probably be expensive. And he was like, "No, I can do this." And I was like, all right.
Is he making it in Sweden and then
I don't
shipping
know.
it, bringing
think
it,
so, yeah.
walking
He's
it,
all-
sailing it?
spaceship.
So all the time now, I went to Sweden over the break, and pretty much any free time that he had, he's been modeling. He's made the first exact model in a 3D program of the
Oh my
share.
goodness.
I mean, that's a good place to start, I suppose.
Because there's none online because it's not the popular share. So there's no proper 3D models, one-to-one 3D model.
Wait, it's not the popular chair. What does that mean?
It's not the most iconic share, right? That everyone knows.
I think it is.
Okay.
One of them.
Well,
there's
at
no.
least from next. I guess Kirk's chair is.
I thought the
probably-
white and red was a bit more iconic. Whatever. Either or, he's making it in 3D, and he didn't. There's no proper 3D ones.
Aw.
Is he going to
Well,
make
yeah,
it
that's-
publicly available to the world, the first ever?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe after the share's done.
The Hawk.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the Hawk. I was so happy to have him at the live show. He was like such a dad, helping with everything. Like he helped me put on my costume and take it off.
That's funny.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
your dad is.
That Hawk.
Yeah, he's
dad.
pretty cool.
The Hawk Tui.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Dude, I have never seen a meme get killed so fast as that fucking Hawk.
Oh my God, she's cracking me up. She's like, hold on. Let me find this. I have something in Goofs and Gaffs that I saw on Instagram. She's getting emotional here.
Yeah.
She's got like her whole life before her as an influencer. You know, here she is, Hawk Tui, Haley Welch, emotional at first paid appearance, gets 5-figure payday. I mean, even Bevo went through this cycle. This is bananas. So that's her? Is that her or is that her? Oh,
That's
that's
her.
her. Okay, I thought she was in the fucking. So that's Hawk Tui girl making her big.
Spit on that thing.
Her big first appearance.
Uh,
And aren't we all so happy for her?
Jesus.
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk to it.
Hawk Tui. I'll tell you, one gag gets you the world. It's Hawk Tui time, baby. Look at this. You know,
Jesus Christ.
in that clip, she comes off as really funny and silly. And the clips I've seen her, maybe she's just camera shy. She seems very like.
That's all she got. She's a one-hit wonder.
I don't want to be mean about it. Maybe she's.
I haven't seen any further clips. I was actually just wondering that. It's like, the meme was stupid pretty much immediately. The initial, like, she was funny for responding that way, though. And if there was, if it just turned out she was like a really funny person, I could see building a career.
I mean, Brittany Broski kind of built her whole career off one meme.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, but who knows? Maybe she's coming out of her shell.
Yeah, I guess.
She's gonna Hawk Tui her way to our hearts.
Hawk
We'll find
Tui
out.
is so funny. Tui.
Hawk Tui.
You're saying it like a 20s detective.
Sorry
with
about
spit.
that. Hawk Tui.
Hawk Tui.
Hawk Tui.
Wait, play it again, Zach.
Hawk Toots.
In.
Yeah, there is a little.
She's going into the and.
Spit on that thing.
Got it.
At any rate, wish her the best. Let's talk about Boogie, who we wish the worst. No, we don't. That's a joke. Joke.
Yeah, obviously I fucked up.
I mean, so anyway, here's Boogie. By the way, he was having choice words for me while it was coming out that this dude was faking cancer. Like, dude, come on. Who you kidding? Look what this motherfucker had to say about me. He's at a con. I don't know what con would invite him. Maybe like the con, more like the con artists assembly.
Did con just happen? Was that what this was?
There's nobody there. It's so empty.
It does look very empty.
Why is this guy laughing so big?
Whoa. He
That's
looks like a
kinda
fucking
scary.
titan, bro. Look at that mouth.
Okay. Maybe it's.
No, it's just a bad angle, but Jesus, that looks crazy. Why does it look so nuts? It's scary.
This is what Boogie's fans look like.
That's a cart type.
What were you saying, dude? Fuck Ethan Klein.
And by the way, I'm almost certain that this guy's a fan, and we love him.
What, you want me to sign fuck Ethan Klein on this? Why? You mad at Ethan Klein? Hell yeah. Oh, did Ethan Klein invite you to his podcast?
He's for sure a fan. I think he's doing like a Oliver Tree meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You for your clout, not even talk to you afterwards, not even feed you, barely even.
Not even feed you. This motherfucker expect people to roll out the buffet or what? Like, bro.
Not even feed you?
Didn't feed you. What the? What the hell?
And wait, for the record, we are always stocked way the fuck up with all kinds of snacks and stuff. All he had to do, if he was hungry, that was no problem.
He didn't even bring out a lobster bib with a silver tray. Oh my god.
For your clout, not even talk to you afterwards, not even feed you, barely even fucking treat you like a human being, and then block.
Barely treated you like a human being.
All right, we're rewriting history quite a bit here.
We have
those were pleasant conversations that you guys had. You
Yeah,
know?
he came back 3 times.
Right.
We have international snacks here. I'm eating stuff from Sweden right now.
It's true.
The snack situation is.
You know what I'm realizing? You know when it probably actually really went all wrong, even though he hasn't said this? Do you remember when we did your roast? He sent a video.
This shit was so
and
fun.
I will take full responsibility for this, accidentally left his out of the supercut from all of like the
Then
people.
we eventually play it though.
And then we played it.
Yeah.
But he was very upset about that. He sent me numerous
And
emails
frankly,
thinking it was an intentional.
understandably so.
Right, and
Yeah.
no, but he thought it was like an intentional slight, and I was like, listen, you took your time out. We asked you to do this. You took your time out. You did it. I'm very sorry. I was super apologetic to him, and he kept emailing me, and I was like, really had to like reassure him that it genuinely was an honest mistake, which it was. And at the time, I felt really bad, and it was ever since then. I feel like is when he's been really
But
hostile.
It did come
to
out
you.
of nowhere. I feel like.
That's a good point.
I think maybe that
Yeah,
really
you did
rubbed him the
this.
wrong way, which
You
I
did
guess maybe
this.
it's my fault.
You created.
Which
this.
again, Boogie, if you see this again, even now that you're kind of an enemy of the show, I will say that was 1,000% just an accident.
Oh, I want, dude, Boogie. I for sure wanted to see you in there. I mean, I had fun with everybody's there. By the way, Dan, your birthday's coming up soon, right?
It is. I think like next week, actually.
Oh,
Jesus. Be 37, bro.
How about we roast Dan?
Nah.
That's a good idea.
I think so too.
No, it's not.
I think so too. Boogie, you want to send one in?
God. That'd be so fun. He'd do it too, I think.
Yeah, he probably would.
Nah, thanks.
Oh, we have Rich Lux send in one.
Absolutely. Ian, are we on that? Can we do roast Dan for his birthday?
Well, you
I don't
you
wanna
gotta
do
talk
that.
to Dan about it because I mentioned it to him and he didn't seem very.
It's not up to him.
Absolutely.
I let you come and
You
roast
can't
me.
roast me. That wasn't against your will.
I can't stand it.
I get roasted against my will all the fucking time on this show,
That's
so I don't want to fucking hear
different.
it.
That's different. So you can casually roast me all you want, but I don't want an
Okay,
episode
so what if we
dedicated
all
to
just
that.
bring our own roast jokes and then casually do a roast? Oh, it's so much fun. You just have to sit there.
I'm not deserving of a roast.
Is that
you
really
roast
your
like
concern?
celebrities and shit. What are you gonna roast me about?
You are a celebrity here on the show.
Mm-hmm.
No, no.
I can barely even keep my mic working. Looking for an Allen wrench right now.
Ian, he's just being coy.
You messaged me about it. I followed up. I reached out to the roastee, and I faced a wall there.
The reason, Dan, is like the roast for my birthday was a lot of fun, and I think it's good content. It would be fun to do it for. We could do one for every crew member as a birthday this year, Dan.
Really?
Yeah. It'd be fun. It'd be
That'll
great.
be a blast.
Oh no, my birthday's not long after though.
It's so fun.
We couldn't roast you if we tried,
It's
Olivia.
fun.
Oh, thank you so much. I would do it if it meant Dan did it.
Listen, I'm not exactly like we're not roast master chiefs over here. We're
Roast Master Chiefs.
whatever.
Roast
We
Master
roast
Chief.
because we love.
All right, go ahead, Boogie.
Oh, did Ethan Klein invite you to his podcast, use you for your clout, not even talk to you afterwards, not even...
Zach, did you grab this already?
No, but I will.
Oh, it's so good.
feed you, barely even fucking treat you like a human being, and then block you on fucking Twitter after you did a stroke 3 times? Yeah, I can understand why that would make you mad. Let me sign this motherfucker. This is really what you wanted, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ethan, I used to love you, brother. Get your shit together.
The man who just lied about having cancer telling me to get my shit together. It's fantastic. And we love that.
You lied about having lupus.
Yeah.
Got him.
What's worse? That's true.
Fucking got him.
You're right. Fuck. You're absolutely right. So where does all this stem from? Let's see. Boogie originally announced he had cancer last year in a video entitled, "I have a rare form of cancer."
I never did.
Which in this video, he says he has like a type of I believe a blood cancer, but it takes like 20 years.
Yeah.
Like it's like the most chill cancer. If you could say that. I mean, it's like a 20-year life expectancy.
Okay, so, but right off the bat,
The title
is it cancer?
So from what we can tell, no, he does not have cancer.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
almost certainly.
I guess that's a spoiler alert.
But the way he titled it, even then, I have a rare form of cancer. Because when you think rare form, you think like aggressive, hard to treat.
Yeah. Sure.
Rare in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. I've never heard rare cancer not in like a horrible way.
I have a rare cancer. It's rare in the sense that it's not dangerous.
Yeah, it's super rare.
Unlike most
Actually
cancer.
great.
Almost no one is well enough as me with cancer. It's awesome.
It's super rare. Only can be cured with YouTube donations.
So, let's take a look here. I guess.
I often say, though, every day that I wake up is a good day. It's the one day that I don't wake up that sucks. So I've been debating for a while to talk to you guys about this, but I hope it brings you guys a little bit of clarity about some of the videos I've made in the last month or so. Because, well, you remember about 3 weeks back I said that I likely could potentially have a form of cancer? Turns out I got a rare blood cancer called polycythemia vera, which basically makes your body produce too many red blood cells. And when I started taking that testosterone supplement 7 or 8 years ago, however long it's been, we knew that this was a possibility. You never think you're going to be the guy who gets that side effect, though, right? You never think it's going to be you. But sometimes it is. It has to be somebody. But the good news is, I mean, this is a disease.
When you imagine that he's lying about the whole thing, it makes the whole thing feel so absurd.
Takes a really long time to get you. Statistically speaking, I'll die of a blood clot or a heart attack or a stroke due to one of those blood clots. And most people, after getting diagnosed, live another 20 years. So if you're gonna get a cancer, this is the one to get. You know me and my dark sense of humor. When my doctor told me all of this, I said, if I die of cancer, doc, instead of my morbid obesity, which I've been working so hard on for the last 30 years, I'm gonna be pissed. And well, the good news is, it might just give me a stroke or heart attack, which is how I was going out anyway. The scary thing about it is that it eventually can lead to some health conditions, some of which I already have: arthritis, stomach ulcers, leukemia. It could definitely develop into leukemia, but the good news is that's pretty rare, so I don't think that's going to happen. And there's tons of different ways to treat it. I mean, they can draw your blood, like when they donate blood.
The top comment or the top treatment is low dose aspirin. And not, I don't know.
I mean, they can draw your blood, like when they donate blood, or taking a daily aspirin is going to help. Getting something to help reduce the itching, which has been really rough for me over the few years. Drugs that reduce the blood cell count, and things along that lines. It's pretty basic.
So anyway, he put this out, and he's been talking about it consistently since then. For example, one of the defenses he put up. Oh, did we even talk about his crypto scam, or did that also happen during the break?
I believe it was during break.
Yep.
So he also, during break, got busted for doing a crypto scam. CoffeeZilla called him out. Well, here, I'll do this one thing at a time. Here he is Yeah. Promoting a crypto scam. When CoffeeZilla called him out, he told CoffeeZilla, I spent it all on medical bills because I have cancer. So he's using this now to excuse participating in a scam, interestingly.
Gay! True happiness is found by staying with the same woman, whenever she doesn't have a headache. And you know what gives her a headache? Competition anxiety. If I were rich and I were thin, she'd be afraid to stand next to me because other women would be looking. And I promise you, no other women are looking. Be a man! Make sure your woman feels secure by knowing you're not going anywhere. Now, Fatty is a community for like-minded individuals that have broken free from the matrix. True happiness comes from a goldfish, from the same woman a couple of nights a month, and the occasional meme coin. Fatty for life.
Is she like texting her family that she's like at the library or something?
I never did.
So he is participating in this Fatty coin, which apparently, and I genuinely can't believe it, that apparently there was $3 million of trading volume. And I genuinely, I feel like I'm missing something. There's no fucking way that people spot this shit still. There's no way.
There's no way.
Right?
Absolutely not.
Is this
no.
just money laundering? Like, what is happening?
That was my first thought, to be honest.
Because Coffee said 3 million in trading volume. That does not make any fucking sense to me.
That crypto shit.
But here it is. At any rate, that's what he says happened. And people were like, dude, it's a scam. Of course, after it launches, it gets rug pulled. It drops to zero. You guys know the drill. Here's CoffeeZilla confronting him, in which he mentions he has cancer.
Okay.
Brother, I don't know if you understand what my life is like right now, but I have so much free time that I spend a lot of it on my Discord now because I'm just bored out of my mind. I don't have places to go. I don't have money to spend. I'm literally...
This dude just said I have so much free time, and yet he's not getting a fucking job. I just sit on Discord and talk to people because I'm so bored. Bitch, get a job.
Or post shit to your YouTube channel.
You can find something to do. Even if you're even if you are a pedophile, wife-beating, cancer faker.
No work history.
Just work from home,
no
you know?
education.
Yeah.
And when you...
Yeah. Go on. You could say it.
Boogie's stuttering right now.
Oh, he needs a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
just fighting for my life over here.
My name.
Go on.
Boogie keeps stuttering.
All right, I'm gonna play it.
I have money to spend. I'm literally just fighting for my life over here, and a lot of that involves staying home, spending my money where it needs to be spent, and trying to just not stress myself out to make my polycythemia vera any worse.
How much did you get paid for this total?
I was given $5,000 up front with a promise of $5,000 on the back end after a week of coming on the Telegram, doing some live streams, doing some tweets about it, and all along the ways talking about how it's a shit coin that'll make you go broke.
You know why they tell you to do it for a week, right? That's how much time they need to get out of the coin. They're going to slowly drain the coin as people buy in. They're going to use whatever's worth of your name to dump on your fans. You know that.
Well, if you're telling me that, I believe you.
That's how meme coins work. I told you in DMs not to do this. You came to me because you were about to launch this coin.
Such an idiot.
You told me after my first tweet. I literally said
Boogie,
to
like,
you,
as a person, needs to be studied. I mean, he really, truly is such a uniquely fucked up dude.
The question before that.
He literally went to Coffee and said, hey, should I do this? And he said, no, it's a scam. And he did it. Straight up, he Cody coded the shit out of that coin.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, hey, man, can we talk real quick? You said, don't do it. I said, I have some questions. And you said, don't do it. But at that point today, it was already too late. The first tweet was out. And
No. There was no contract. There was no video out.
The money.
Here's this other part.
If I'm being genuine with you, and I do want to be genuine with you and the rest of the internet, I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer, and I'd very much like not to fuck around with my healthcare too much, but that's something I would genuinely have to consider. And I know that from watching your videos.
So Coffee asked him, "We'll just pay the $5,000 back," and he's like, "I can't do it. I have cancer."
All right.
The past, if I say maybe here, a lot of people are going to take that as a no, and it might end up being a no. So I may as well give you a hard no here, because I very, very much need the money. I'm on $1,800 for the medications right now. I need the money to pay for that. I have a $2,000 a month mortgage. I genuinely would like very much to keep my home. I'd very much like, but I don't want to do it at the price of ripping anybody off. And
that is kind of what's happened here a little bit, though. You know that.
It's like there's no shot his mortgage is $2,000. He's been talking about that mortgage for like 20 years. And he lives in Nebraska?
Yeah, obviously I fucked up.
Arkansas, I
I feel
believe.
like he must have paid like $100,000 for that house. How much did Boogie's house cost? I feel like the internet must know this.
It's like also just sell the house if that's such a big deal.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, of course, that's an option too. How much is Boogie's home worth? Everybody, I'm not the only one asking somehow.
No education. 170,000.
He spent, dude. And back then, the interest rates were like 2 or 3%.
He says he pays $2,200 a month.
No fucking way.
No, that's exactly how much my mortgage was in Michigan, and I paid $1,400 a month.
You paid $1,400 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And how much was that house? Was it similar?
It was the exact same.
Oh, exact same.
Yeah.
So you were paying way less.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it possible that he's refied like 20 times? Maybe he has like a second or third mortgage.
It's possible, but he's locked.
Or his credit must be dog shit.
Well, no, he's locked in. It's probably a fixed mortgage.
Yeah, I guess probably.
If it was it has to be. If it was,
wait, he says his mortgage is at 3%.
What does that mean? 3% of what?
I mean, he pays an interest.
3%? That's like as low as possible.
Yeah, mine's 4%.
Like 3, and that's good. 3% is insane. The current mortgage rate is like 7+.
Should mention I'm also a
So hold on, let's do a mortgage calculator. Okay. Now he's had this house for it's got to be at least 10 years. Okay.
If it's the same house, yeah.
It is.
Okay.
People know. So when did he buy the house? If you have that date.
Reddit post guessed that he had it for. Oh, actually, never mind. It says 10 to 12 years left.
Well, let's say 10 years he's had it.
Okay.
Okay. And the cost of it is what? What did you say? 170?
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Maybe I misunderstood this.
Oh, there is a video here titled "Boogie bought his dream house for only $275,000," where he talks about it.
Oh, 275.
And he refinanced it because of his divorce and stuff.
Such a.
So there's more to it.
So he refinanced
after divorce,
which probably was not a good financial decision if he had 3% interest, right?
There's more details in this video if you.
I have a Boogie house breakdown video?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Oh, this guy.
That's crazy that exists.
I haven't checked it for a car ride, obviously. But
this
What
guy.
was the purchase price of this house? $275, and then I refinanced in 2018 because of my divorce. So the loan became $200,000 because I put more money down because I had money to put down. So I got it down to $207. And we're at 4.3%. We're 5 years into a 15 years. So we paid so much principal off.
Wow, you did 15 year.
Yeah, I was making good money at the time. So why not do 15
That's
years?
really dumb. Why would you 15 years on 3%, you colossal idiot?
Moving out of that house and trying to stay in Northwest Arkansas near my medical professionals where
So
I
that
need
would explain why it's higher.
Yeah.
If it's 15 years.
Well, did he just say he moved out of it?
to stay.
Go back.
Principal off.
Wow, you did 15 year.
Yeah, I was making good money at the time, so why not do 15 years? Moving out of that house and trying to stay in Northwest Arkansas near my medical professionals where I need to stay.
You have to stay there.
Yeah, I might be able to
He
get
has
an
to stay
apartment
there.
for
he's
$900 a
saying
month. I
potentially.
might be able to get a duplex for $1,300 a month, but paying $2,100 and then having some of that being brought in by roommates, I'm paying as much to live in this house and build equity as I would be giving it all to a landlord instead.
This was the good choice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this was the good choice.
He said that he had someone move in with him.
Oh.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that he also has. Okay, whatever. Why are we talking about this? Oh yeah, because I think he's lying about his mortgage. I still think he's lying, but whatever. Speculation.
Yeah, I mean, you've informed me of that, and I'm very sorry for that. I hope people listened. I hope people heard what I had to say. I hope people remembered, like, you're buying into a community that's there to make fun of me for losing my ass. That's the entire point of the community. You're supposed to, as a crypto bro, come in and maybe you throw me a bone because you know I have medical bills and shit to pay. But that's for millionaires. I want multi-millionaires who made more
They're
money.
really not throwing you a bone, though. They're throwing the people who paid you a bone. Like, the people who are investing in this coin are enriching not...
H3 Industrial Complex, 15 years, almost as old as his girlfriend. Oof. Kinda
Almost.
True.
Yeah.
Kinda, I mean, kind of true. Right on the money. We're catching up to the good part. Here he mentions potentially starting a GoFundMe for his cancer. He
Should
plays.
mention I'm also
He's
a
very
fan.
coy about it. He goes, "I don't want to ask you guys for money, but you know, I do have cancer." So I heard Penguin said to go start a GoFundMe if I need help with medical stuff. I've heard that a lot. What do you think I should do? Should I seriously consider? So hold on.
These options. This isn't a manipulative poll at all.
He's right. Do it.
This is like one of the
Maybe.
joke polls I make on the show.
The vast majority definitely voted not just die. Is this still up?
Let me
Well,
check.
he nuked his Twitter, so probably not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I never did.
Yeah, he panicked and erased all of his shit once he got busted pretty hard. Charlie made a video about his crypto scam, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't a serious suggestion. I didn't watch that video though.
It's still up, by the way, the tweet.
Oh, it is still up.
So what's the result?
Oh yeah, almost 50% voted for not just die.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I never did.
32% still say do it though. 18% said maybe. Not very helpful.
And said, save it for the show.
Where are you between make a Patreon and just die?
Should mention I'm also a felon.
Somewhere between the two options.
Eat my ex-wife, and I am also a pedophile.
Yep. We heard that, brother.
About 2 years.
Here he is. Okay, so this is clips of him getting confronted on stream about showing his diagnosis and refuses. So this comes from Destiny, the streamer, heard about this, and he kind of spearheaded this whole thing where he heard the facts and he's like, he's for sure lying. So he got on the Lol Cow live podcast. And I got to tell you, this episode was a banger. The Lol Cow, they hit gold with this one. Although they may have lost one of their greatest
Their
lol
golden
cows.
calf.
Yeah, exactly. The golden Lol Cow.
Yeah.
So the part that is really amazing is people start offering. So first Destiny offers him $5,000 to show his medical record. He's like, just show me a medical record that says you have cancer from your doctor. And he goes, you know what? I have it, but I'm not going to show it to you because it's all I have left of my privacy. And then they go, oh, $5,000. It got up to $75,000. And he just still will not show it.
I thought he was desperate for money.
He was so desperate he did a scam for $10,000.
But we won't take
his medical.
75 grand to just show a piece of paper.
Watch, yeah, it's amazing.
Oh boy.
Boogie,
2488, you are being confronted tonight.
Go
I am
ahead.
99% sure that you are faking. No, don't move. You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie. Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia.
Well, then
can you
why would
explain?
he call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera?
By the way, I've been through so many blood tests. I'm not a doctor, but I really don't think that's how it works. Where you're like, oh, here's this hormone, you have cancer. It definitely requires more looking into than that.
Yeah.
You know.
I would imagine so.
Not enough for a GoFundMe.
True.
Yeah.
They order a bone marrow biopsy
How'd
to
that go?
confirm it.
Well, if he ordered a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it, it would be weird that you told us that you already had a diagnosis and a confirmation.
Because the markers are in my blood. The hormone markers are in my blood, Destiny.
Correct. But you said that you had received the diagnosis, but now you just told me you got a bone marrow biopsy.
It's a diagnosis, and now we're confirming. It's called a confirmation. The hormone markers are already in my blood.
Yep.
And
So I think
we are
what happened
confirming
is-
it with
Wait,
the
pause it for a
biopsy
second.
because I'm wanting to.
How is Keem not here?
He is. I don't know. This is Mudahar's POV, and I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I saw
I was
this
gonna say
from-
this is like the crowning achievement of
He
this
is.
whole podcast.
He
okay.
is there.
All right.
He's
well, good.
sitting there, and to his credit, he's not saying he's letting it play out.
Good.
He's sitting
Okay.
there with a cigarette.
Okay. There you go.
Just enjoying.
to do that because I'm praying to God I don't cancer.
I just don't understand why you won't just go grab a piece of paper and just disprove them. Like
Because
you
I don't have
all these
enough
feelings.
So yeah, Destiny goes
Okay, I want the. Do we have the source? Because I mean, God bless Mudahar.
in
but-
like a shark who just detected a little bit of blood.
Mudahar's
in the
shot
water.
right now looks like Ian's.
Dude, it's even darker than the last time I saw his video.
In a black void.
This man is sitting in absolute darkness.
What's going on with
Kind of
his
a vibe,
screen?
to be honest.
Just lit, poorly lit by the glow of his monitor.
Mudatar.
What's his name?
Mudatar.
That's not his name.
Mudatar.
Mudatar.
I don't recall that being his name. Here is the second clip of Boogie refusing to show. Let's see.
Here's
My
the
boy Nicholas is on that.
thing, because I did a stream, because I had people saying, "Oh, you're faking cancer, Jim." So I showed my diagnoses and
There's
stuff
Keem.
like that. I'm going to guess he's working on
There's
a
our
system
boy.
similar to Epic, which most medical people do.
Wait, he went back to smoking?
You should.
Did he quit?
I thought he was always hitting the jewel.
Yeah.
Right, he was a vape boy.
For
but-
this, he brought out the Civ.
You're bringing out the big guns. Shit, I want a cigarette for this.
Yeah, he just got fucked finally. He got his nut after so long.
This is the coolest a bill in his life since fucking Trump's photo.
Kind of amazing how he made it.
Oh, where's the audio?
Oh, shit.
Check the player. It probably got muted on there.
Was that you, Zach?
It was down. Sorry, I was
Yep, I just
laughing
read it
too
to
hard.
him.
My bad.
You should be able to go right into diagnoses, and it's going to list everything that a doctor has ever said you had.
Yep, I just read it to him.
Okay, and so it lists the cancer there?
Yes.
Okay, so you could screen cap that and just show it. I mean, that's what I did, and then that would be the end of it.
Absolutely. And I made the decision 2 years ago that I would not do that, and I would rather leave the internet than to give the last shred of fucking privacy I have left.
Well, no, and here's the thing. I understand the privacy
Keep
argument.
distraction.
I should have never went public with it.
No.
but,
Let me finish. I mean, you can redact information. There's no issue with that. But just showing, I mean, it literally is just a page that says patient diagnoses.
Yep.
And then it lists what you have. It doesn't tell you who the doctor is. It doesn't tell you what hospital you go to. It literally just says the disease name.
And I won't be doing that.
But I don't understand why not.
Because he doesn't have to.
Come on.
How great is this?
Oh,
I mean, it's
so
unreal.
good. Dude, I find it so interesting that Keemstar made it. Like, this lolcow shit was so garbage at first, but it's turning into this fucking thing.
It's definitely peaking, right?
Yeah.
At least he may have peaked, but I certainly got to give it up. I mean, this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal.
I love that Keemstar looks like he's in a garage and he's like lit by headlights to me.
True.
It looks like the
does look
reflection
like
of
that.
headlights.
Someone's just getting ready to run his ass over at any time.
He does have cancer.
Yeah, that's going to be the narrative they'll go with. So that's the
Well,
one.
no, I mean, I'm legit trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. When I shit on you for the crypto thing, man, I said I'd take your word that you had cancer. I'd take your word that the medical shit's expensive.
Yep.
So I mean, this seems like
I
the easiest thing.
spent 2 years treating a disease that doesn't exist. These people used to be my friends, and I genuinely would have never believed it would even come to this. And I'm just.
Wow.
How amazing is that? Amazing.
Oh God, that's so painful, dude.
Oh, let's see if it works. Good luck. Join video call.
Why not just
This is 17 minutes. That's too long.
They don't even have to share it publicly.
Oh, this part was great too. If that wasn't bad enough, listen to this.
God.
Is it possible that next time you see your doctor, you just come out and say, "Do I have cancer?" And he says, "Well, no. It could turn into cancer." Is that possible?
I guess that's possible.
So
I would have a really strong case for malpractice. But I guess that's possible.
You're saying that's possible. A person that knows they have cancer would be like, "No, no,
you know
that is not possible."
You don't go online and be like, "I have cancer," and then be like, "Well, I don't know if I have cancer."
Oh man.
At all.
Boogie.
I have cancer.
Well, I'm saying I do have cancer and know it is very unlikely, but I guess it's
do you mean
possible
very
my
unlikely?
doctor could be a fucking quack. I guess it's possible he's been lying to me for clout. I guess it's possible that he's been.
I don't think he's lying to you.
That,
What did you just say?
that insinuation is awesome.
The doctor's lying for clout, dude.
For cloud from Boogie 2988.
That's so fucking awesome.
Man, that doctor's such
Who's
a
this
G.
doctor? Jimmy Lee?
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
is-
god. Shit, it's getting late. Look at this.
Jaw dropping. It is. It is. We're over 3.5.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The city skyline is telling me to wrap it up.
Yep, indeed.
I don't need. I guess that's a possibility.
By
the way, don't.
Is it possible that next time you see your doctor,
Oh, this restarted. Honestly,
Wow.
So there's a clip of them offering, but apparently it all accumulated into $80,000 for him to show the evidence, and he refused and then deactivated his Twitter.
Obsessed.
Right, which apparently is back. Because when
It's
when you were talking about this the other day, I went to go look at his Twitter and it was gone. Like not just tweets deleted, but like gone. But
yeah.
But it seems to be back now. So
then CoffeeZilla got him back on the phone somehow to confront him about lying about cancer.
So when were you paid the $5,000?
5 days ago.
Later, I verified with Boogie this payment occurred on June 19th. And when Boogie said all the money was gone on June 26th, that gives us a window of time where he should have receipts for about $5,000 of medical expenses. Boogie, when I asked, agreed to share these expenses with me, and the following conclusions are based on him providing accurate records, which I know is a dubious idea, but when he shared what he had, it fell far short of even what I was expecting. He gave me 2 receipts for the time period, one for $154, the other for a copay of $60, a total of $214 by the time we talked. So where did the rest of the money go?
That is
Well,
not a lot.
Boogie claimed that it was really intended for medical expenses after we spoke, and that when he said the money was gone, he meant it colloquially and then accused me of lying. Wait, that's on June 28th. That's on June 28th.
Oh my God.
You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone, it's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism? Use fucking Google then! It's very common!
I'm saying...
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny! I'm
I
not
can
used
tell.
to this level of
Yes.
scrutiny.
Yes. Okay, so I have a big problem with this because looking back at what Boogie said, it wasn't just the money's gone, which already means very specifically the money's gone, but he also says the money's at Mercy Hospital right now, which is a colloquialism I've never heard before if you mean it's not at Mercy Hospital.
It's at Mercy Hospital right now.
But even being as charitable as I can, adding in everything he calls medical expenses outside of our time window, like there was an $1,000 credit card payment. Okay, we'll just say that's medical, right? He's still only able to get me to about $2,500 worth of medical expenses for the month, most of it not to Mercy Hospital, which I wondered about. Did he need the fatty coin then? From where I was sitting, instead of having spent the money on medical bills, it looked like he saved most of it because of his starting and ending bank balances for the month. Wait, you're taking...
A fucking liar.
You paid about $2,500. Like you're
Zach,
saying you're
you
also
gotta
talking
pull
about
those.
money
You gotta pull the
haven't
sound
spent.
of him screaming off.
I will.
Which you're trying to add up to $3,000. That's not the $5,000 you said was gone. And then you're taking.
I told you it was $4,000 when we started this conversation, but of course you're lying about that too.
Boogie, can you explain exactly how you started the month with $800, ended it with $5,000? You're saying the $5,000 you made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with it.
I saved my ass off.
That's right. The $5,000 Boogie made from a crypto scam has nothing to do with the $5,000 sitting in his bank account right now. That's there because he pinched his pennies. Now, when I pointed out Boogie could have refunded the scam if he wanted to, he freaked out and told me he's got a mortgage to pay. Boogie, you need to pay that $5,000 back. You need to find a way to refund people.
You, it's spent. If I do, I won't have.
It's not spent. You have $5,000.
No, well, I can't. I won't have mortgage.
But this is totally shifting the goalposts. Remember, the reason we were told the money was at Mercy Hospital right now, that was initially. Now it's because he's got a mortgage. But also, Boogie had showed me his income for the last month. And it looked to me like the podcast is what paid for his mortgage. And so I asked, wouldn't that money pay for your mortgage? Boogie said, this month it wouldn't because he had to go on a special trip and his co-host was withholding all the money for that month.
Do you understand?
You're not getting Where's your podcast payment coming from? You got that on the 30th.
It's being fucking kept so we could go for this goddamn trip. The money's coming out of my goddamn paycheck.
So you're going on a trip.
Yes, I'm being forced to go up there to film the fucking podcast live. I told him I didn't want to. He told me the business was going to pay for it. And then he just said he's taking it out of the check.
Now later, I asked his co-host Keemstar about this, and he seemed surprised. He said the show definitely pays for Boogie's mortgage, so I was confused. Later, Boogie was confronted on this by his co-host, and Boogie suggested maybe I edited the clip out of context.
You told him that you weren't getting paid from this show. He played the fucking recording because he recorded you.
Then why? Then I understand that. Do you think people can edit things to be a little bit out of context?
Well, if he wants to play that game, here's the clip where Boogie directly says it. He says he's not getting paid. Boogie, you could have gotten through this month without the crypto scam, is what I'm saying.
And I could have not paid my friend back for covering my medical bills.
No.
And I couldn't. No, listen.
Well, I've seen your bank statement, so I know.
Because you're ignoring
I know
the
it's
fact
going to
that
happen.
I need to pay mortgage.
Yes, your mortgage, right? Which should have come from the podcast.
Coming in. There's no more money coming in between now and then.
Which should have come, but it should have come from the podcast. It's not.
Right, because I'm not getting paid this month because I have to travel to do an on-location shoot.
This guy is so manipulative.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's fantastic.
Sheesh.
I recommend the whole part with Destiny when he calls in. It's like 20. It's only like 20 or 30 minutes, but it's so good. The whole thing is incredible.
It's so
I'm listening to it on the way home
dude.
for sure.
it is so good.
He's slowly turning into Francis, dude. Yelling like that.
Oh my God, he's
Yeah.
becoming Francis.
Yeah.
Right. That was the real persona.
Maybe he'll
all
come
along.
back around and be like, it's all been method acting.
When he was
Right.
yelling just now, I sensed the Francis voice in there. That wasn't
I didn't even
Boogie.
think of that. You're right.
That wasn't Boogie, dude.
And just remember that Boogie, right before all this went down, choice words for me to get my shit together.
Get your shit together, Ethan.
Love it.
I wonder, yeah.
This is all your fault, Dan.
Yeah, I feel partially responsible, yeah.
Fuck Ethan Klein on this? Why? You mad at Ethan Klein?
Oh, he's wearing a Teddy Fresh hat. I just realized.
Is that a TF hat?
Yeah, I'm almost certain it is. I just realized.
The way they...
Wait, is it?
I was
Oh, maybe
wondering
it's
that
not.
too because you have a hat like that that's blue. It's like a blue and pink. So
I think it's not. It looks
Why?
very
You mad
similar
at
to one we made. Though.
yeah.
Ethan Klein? Oh, did Ethan Klein invite you to his podcast, use you for your clout, not even talk to you afterwards,
He's
not
loving
even
it.
feed you, barely even fucking treat you like a human being, and then block you on
Look
fucking
at them
Twitter after you did a
giggling.
stroke 3 times? Yeah, I can understand why that would make you mad. Let me sign this motherfucker. This is really what you wanted, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Ethan, I used to love you, brother. Get your shit together. What?
You still
what
love
were
me?
you saying, dude?
You still love me, even though I didn't feed you.
Right.
This is you. This is so you, Dan. Dan leaves Boogie Smission out of the roast supercut. Boogie fakes getting cancer.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to do that to you, Steven.
Why would you do that, Dan? Why would
Why
you
would
fake
you fake him
Boogie
having
cancer?
Yeah. All right, that's enough. It was showing daytime before when it was minimized.
And looped.
The dreaded loop.
We reached the end of the video.
I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
I
He's
spit out
great,
my
isn't
drink.
he?
I had to run out.
That was
Mercy.
fucking
You can't write that shit.
Oh shit! People are exposing me on the subreddit already. Fuck! Look at this.
People are what?
They're exposing me on the subreddit. Food.
Oh,
Yo.
shit! Oh no!
That's fucked up, bro.
That is fucked up.
I would have ordered him a pizza if he wanted.
You're so right. Maybe Boogie had a point faking cancer.
point.
No pizza on that table.
True.
It's valid. It's valid.
All right, listen, we've been going. We're back. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's good to be back. We love y'all. Let's keep it going. Hey, let's keep it going. We'll be back on Wednesday. We've got so much more to catch up on. What, Dan? Why are we zooming in?
We always do that.
No, we do not
This
always
is the
zoom in.
tradition at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Slow
I
push.
don't listen, guys. I don't
Dramatic.
have a zoom-inable face.
Let's pass
I
the question
disagree.
off.
Do not say
the
that
audience.
about yourself.
I look much better at a good 15 feet.
A beautiful zoom. Beautiful
I feel
zoom.
you, brother. Feel you on that.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Too close.
Wow, this close, you can really see the
Yeah.
proportion of your hands.
You're glowing from behind there.
Look how big my palms are.
They look massive. Filling up the whole screen, dude.
Thanks, everybody. We're excited to be back. We love y'all. We missed y'all. Wednesday, we've got a ton of good stuff to get to. Really good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't even get to the Kavanaugh stuff today. Which is
dying.
like...
Dying over it.
Tune in Wednesday for that. 'cause
We are not exaggerating.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever
Is
seen in my
this-
life. I was crying laughing.
Is this the craziest thing he's ever done? Maybe.
I think it is the
Like,
craziest thing he's ever done.
I think so.
Yeah,
Especially
maybe.
with the detail that happened this morning.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
definitely, it's next level. It's next level.
Maybe we'll even have more updates till then.
Yeah.
But at any rate, love y'all. Have a great evening, and we'll see y'all on Wednesday. Ta-ta.